Good evening, ladles and or jelly spoons, and welcome to Friday night. Welcome to the fun zone. I am the Jeraffemy Jeremy Graves. I, of course, am joined by Felflowne, aka Claire, and we are here tonight for part 6 of Jeremy Plays Ace Attorney for the first time. We are at Ace Attorney 2, Justice for All. I forget what, we're like on chapter 4 or 5, I'll double check in a minute. But either way, we are here, we are ready. You are muted, Claire, so I will hold for time until you've unmuted yourself. And then that will allow you to jump in at any given moment you so choose, to then answer the point that I just said of I will check what chapter we're on in a moment, because I could have done that before we went live. But Claire, feel free to jump in at any point.
I don't think the game splits itself up that way. I think it doesn't have chapters, it's got cases, I think.
Okay, in fact, I can tell you, quote unquote from the game, we are at Pt4-2 Trial.
Yes, that is how this breaks down as well.
Yeah, and evening to you, Stitcher. Welcome, welcome. Hope you are doing well this evening.
That was a long investigation, I remember now. Do you remember? Because it was that day you were super, like, kind of just about well enough to go. And you were like, I'm so tired.
Yeah, after last week's stream, I was very tired. In a good way, like I used good energy, had good fun, but yeah, I slept well, then had to get up early. A fine combination.
Yeah, in fact, a strong combo, but you did have a great time at the weekend, I seem to recall.
Yes, because I went to Harriet_Manga Girl's House of Fun. I was going to try to think of a really fancy word, but you know what? House of Fun is just a great way to describe it, because it was an amazing time. It was a delayed celebration for Harriet Manga Girl's birthday, as it were, which involved myself, Matty Boo Twitch's Stitcher, and the Decadane, all gathering at Chateau de la Harriet. And
welcome to the House of Fun, where you lose at games. Welcome to the House of Fun.
And speaking of, welcome to you as well, Harriet. Welcome, welcome. And I feel the need to share a story, which, if you have seen the Decadane stream, you may have heard an allusion to this. Perhaps if you have seen Harriet's stream this week, you may have also heard an allusion to this. But in fact, no, it would have been the Bunkermania stream, actually, come to think of it, this week, that her and Matty were doing, reviewing the AEW pay-per-view. But something happened at Harriet's house relating to a board game by the name, Claire, of 13 Beavers.
Did you not see the movie poster I made for it?
I'm going to be honest, I don't remember, because a lot has happened since that day.
Also, that would imply that you'd have to read that chat from time to time, and you're almost as bad as my husband for doing that. So.
To be fair, though, I was mortally wounded, I feel like, so I feel like I have a good reason.
When you put a card to the abdomen, yes you did.
So, this is what occurred, folks. So in the game, it's kind of like a game of like higher or lower, like Price is Right style, as it were. So you've got to sort of either guess higher or lower than the card that has been drawn. The cards you have are like from 1 to 13. And so, for example, if you get the number 2 drawn on the card, you've got to guess, is it higher or lower? Chances are it's going to be higher. Now imagine, we're in our second round. It's a great poster, I won't lie. It's actually really freaking good.
Right! You haven't seen it.
So, in this game, it was getting a little bit heated and tense because we just couldn't get to the final hurdle in the game, but the first game was done, we're doing a second round. Now, at this point, we progressed, say, from the end of that game through into the second round. It had been what I'm going to surmise as a good 20 minutes to half an hour of me consistently being incorrect with the guesstimation of higher or lower. Now, Stitch will tell you that they feel really bad about what they did in their turn immediately before mine, and that they always left me with either a number 5, 6, or 7 card. So to guess higher or lower, it was kind of like a bit of a crapshoot, quite frankly, literally 50-50 odds. But I genuinely do not hold that against Stitcher, because it was tactics and she was trying to win. But the problem is, I could not make this work for myself. So we get to the point some half an hour later where Matty, who is the card dealer in this game, he draws the card. It is a number 1 card. So you have the number 1. There is logically only one guess to make. It is, of course, higher, because you cannot go any lower than 1. And just when I'm about to lose my mind, literally,
up in here.
I'm about to lose my mind. I'm genuinely feeling sick. There is private video of this evidence happening, by the way.
I was about to say, do you want to make it public? Because I don't mind. Play it.
I do. And so I
Put me
don't.
up in the DMs, I'll show you it.
So then I say higher, and I'm just waiting. I'm waiting.
No, I believe the way you did it was higher.
Just in the vain hope that genuinely I'm gonna get something right after half an hour. And then Matty turns the card over. It's another freaking number 1, so it's a draw.
You actually could not have won there, I don't think.
Literally!
Is there anything in the rules about saying the same? Because 13's not that many.
I don't know, but it's just... Oh, like, as
So
far as,
funny,
like,
so
I
funny.
want to know what I did. Because the gacha gods were like, fuck you, Jeremy. Like, I'm screwing you over. Just completely.
Oh, okay. I don't know what this game is, but presumably this will make sense to people who played the game. And the funny thing about this is just the way that this is described. It just says, when you roar, literally spelled R-A-W, when you roar the same number, you automatically damn and end your turn. So you would have lost anyway. I think you can do the same number, but you'd have lost anyway.
So the idea of the game is you're trying to. By the way, folks, just a quick technical note. We've been like changing around some of the sound settings. So if anything seems majorly out of whack leveling wise, let me know. I'll try and figure out as we go. Just saying that now. But the thing in the game is you're trying to progress through a board, like through river and rapids and stuff. And when you have your turn, you can do the equivalent of what I kept saying from the weakest link of bank, which was you go, no, I'm not going to go any further. I'm going to park the bus here, end my turn here. And you build a dam, because you're a beaver, of where you are on the river. And
so Matty is saying in the chat that you were actually still at the start of the game. Is that correct?
So the other part of this is because my run had been so bad, I was still on space 0. I couldn't even advance to space 1. Literally! Freaking literally!
Oh my god.
But there we go. So yeah, it was a great time at Harriet's place. We had a wonderful time, played loads of games, ate so much food. Holy heck. Good food, I should add. There was pizza, there was cake.
You don't go to an Irish lady's house and not get fed. Do you not know this, Joe?
Harriet's parents are wonderful people. Harriet's dad was encapsulated with just how tall I was.
Encapsulating?
That's the word I've decided to go with. Enamored?
Okay. It's not the right one, but I respect your choice to stay with it.
Yeah. An alternate word could be enamored or impressed. I don't know, one or the other. But maybe Harriet's got a better word for it. But yeah, just...
Two of those are similar to each other. Encapsulate. Do you mean enraptured?
Yeah, that'll do. That'll be the word.
Okay.
Harriet
I'm just picturing Harriet's dad in, like, carbonite.
I mean, Harriet's literally just said it was a reaction and I was embarrassed by it.
What? Why?
Because
it's adorable.
So a fun story from this trip getting to Harriet's place, right? So the idea is we're all going to get to the train station. Not going to say where, Harriet, don't worry. We're going to get to the train station and then we're going to all carpool in Harriet's car back to her place. So Stitch gets in the car, Ian gets in the car, Matty gets in the car.
I've just heard 2 words that can't be in the same sentence, which is Jeremy and carpool.
You see where this is going, Claire.
And they had a trailer, right, that you were going to sit in, yeah?
So, Stitch, Ian and Matty get in the car, and I noticed that the car of Harriet's wheel arch, it went from being, say, like, there to there. And I just said, I am not getting in your car because I think your suspension may perish. And I took a photo and showed them after. It's like, oh yeah, you're not wrong. So then what I said was, it's cool, like 20-minute walk, 10-15 minute whatever walk, I'll walk to your place. I'll use Google Maps. not realizing immediately there's a big hill, and instantly regretted my choices. But then Harriet had said before she drove off, if you see this bus, it'll pretty much take you to where I am. So, okay, cool, I'll keep an eye out. So when I'm starting to walk up the hill and it's like, oh crap, big hill sort of thing, I look back to the bus stop, I see the bus coming. So I then, as I'm going to describe it, like a gazelle, I pelt it to the bus stop. I hop on the bus and I arrive about 5 minutes after them at their place, because literally it goes to the end of Harriet's Road. It's pretty dang good.
Yeah, I think there's a picture in the group chat of you just walking triumphantly through the door.
So there is just it's just a really amusing thing of, we had to carpool via a bus. It was quite funny.
Jeremy's bus pool, like the world's worst superhero.
But
you don't need to say bus pool. There's already lots of people on the bus. Like, no, you don't understand. This was
But it was a magical day. We had such a great laugh. We played Trivial Pursuit on the Switch, where we discovered, Harry, you might have to remind me, but we discovered that in the sports and leisure category, saffron rice was an answer. Figure that one out.
What was the question?
I don't remember. Ian's got the screenshot, so maybe Ian's already shared it on socials or something.
What's the favourite food of this random skater or something?
But it was such a great time. And then the next day, I got to see my buddy who has been posted in outer somewhere that we can't talk.
The Outer Limits.
There you go, the Outer Limits. They have returned, and it's literally like they haven't changed a single bit in like 3 or 4 months. It's quite funny.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad they haven't like done anything traumatic while they were over there.
No, not at all. And we got to talking about wedding related stuff, so we've got to get that all planned out for like 2 weeks time. He says, try and make sure he remembers the date. Because they are literally getting married on Halloween.
That's very cool. Is it themed?
So, because to sort of do the catch up for folks, because of the circumstances of originally they were going to get married in May, but then he got deployed early, and after originally...
You were going to say he got deported? And I was like, whoa, there's a twist!
So he got deployed for his
He got deported, okay.
He got deployed for his most recent posting, and then originally the idea was he was going to do this posting to make sure then he was free for his wedding. But he then got told partway through his posting, yeah, can't guarantee that now, which is like... the heck. So they just made the decision, what if we just do it when I'm back? So they just basically fast-tracked it to end of October. And they are getting married locally. It's gonna be a fun time, like 20-30 people. We're gonna go out for a big slap-up meal after at a pub. Gonna be a great time. I am gonna be having vegan vanilla ice cream, which tastes like
vanilla ice cream,
which tastes like coconut, and it's freaking great. So
Talking about veganism. Was your story finished, by the way? I kind of.
Yeah, sure, go
on. My dog treats arrived today that Katya has been waiting for a really long time.
I'm glad we confirmed it was for Katya. Just say that to begin with.
Yeah. Do you know what we feed Katya as dog treats? Actually, this conversation came up in the group chat earlier, and I never actually. Stitcher, it's fine. It was an accident. Don't worry about it. I hope you're not hurt. Not a problem. Everybody chill. It's all good. It's all good.
It's all good. Just make sure you're not in barefoot. You'll be fine.
Don't walk in there with socks on. It's all good. So I asked in the chat earlier because I basically held up the thing that had arrived and took a picture of Katya through a hole that was in it. And it was actually an amazing picture, if I dare say so myself. So I'm going to show it to you. I've now figured out how to make things on my phone show up properly on the thing, which is just to turn the brightness all the way down. Right, okay, hang on. How about...
Oh, look at that. There's a Katya through at the end of the tunnel.
So you see that?
Yeah.
So we've been waiting for these to arrive for about 2 weeks. What do you think that is, Jeremy?
Dorito.
It's a dog treat.
Dogrito.
No. Doritos don't have holes in.
Welcome to me, Claire.
I'll tell you that the existence of a Dorito does imply of a huge Doro, because Dorito means small Doro. I will go and get you what it is. Guess in the chat. See if you can guess what this is, because I didn't actually say what it was earlier. But vegans may be cool.
I've got no idea where this is going, folks. I'm going to be honest with you. And while Claire is getting said treat, well, like I say, we'll be carrying on with Ace Attorney tonight. We're probably going to start that at around 1:30, so about 15 minutes time or so. We've got a couple. I heard an evil laugh in the background. Don't know if you folks can hear it. I have a very excited
dog following me around now.
Oh, I wonder why.
Because she heard the box. Because another hint, we have to keep these in a sealed plastic box. This is the only dog treat we have to do this with because they are so stinky.
Can I just make a little point before you carry on? Katya was so aware of where you were on camera, she moved around to the other side to be in shot.
I think you're giving her too much credit there. She has no idea what's going on. So did you want to guess, Jeremy, what this is?
Is it like a tunnel or something? Like a, I don't know. Because that picture you showed, it looked to me like a tunnel.
That's the end of it.
Steak? Fin? Lung?
It's a pig's ear.
Oh.
See?
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that, and Katya's going mental next to you, I can hear.
Katya's like, oh, gimme. So some of them just due to the nature of, oh, she fucking loves those. So some of them due to the nature of the condition of the animal, they get like tears and stuff in their ears, and some of them have holes in. So I literally held her up and I took a photo through the tiny little hole of her looking at it, like, please give me the pig ear.
Just that now explains the look of now, like, why are you not doing anything else but giving it to me?
I was decanting them into the 2 hermetically sealed boxes we have to keep them in, so she had to wait a little bit. But yeah, so she now has her treats and she's very happy because we don't give her rawhide, which is a dog, like, it's something that's easily produced and a lot of dog treats are made of it. Like, you know, the like ones that you see around Christmas that are like these huge like constructions that are all like green and red, and they're usually like a twist or a roll of some kind. That's basically some kind of like, it's like the last part of every animal boiled down and reduced into like some kind of tar. And it wouldn't be a problem because dogs eat anything, you know, but at the same time, the way that rawhide stretches rather than snapping can cause them like digestive issues. She's always been fine, but we prefer not to do rawhide. Unfortunately, rawhide was the only thing that took her more than 50 seconds to eat. So whenever we would try and like play run interference when we were having our dinner, we'd be like, here you go. She'd be like, and you'd be like, oh! So we had to find her another treat, and we settled on pig's ears. We had cow's ears as well, but they're a bit too expensive. But yeah, so there you go.
Is that like a special holiday treat type thing then, the cow's ear?
Oh, it's more the fact you can't get them in as many. Ears are too expensive.
I see. Okay.
Because they're giant, obviously. We did get her rabbit ears once, but that was basically like her taking a pill. She was just like, oop, and it was gone. I was like, okay, we're not buying.
That was like Yoshi eating an apple in Mario World, you know. Yeah,
except he couldn't like fire it out. She fires it out of her butt, so you know. She did poop out the bits of that cup. I don't know if I mentioned that to you, but anyway, she's still pooping them out. Wonderful.
Poop them on.
So, Jeremy, I had a random interesting thing to tell you, which I was looking up. Are you interested in hearing the random interesting thing?
I am interested in hearing about a random interesting thing, so please tell me about the random interesting thing you randomly found interesting.
So I don't know why I decided to boot up Netflix after ages, because I hadn't been in ages, because I'd used YouTube pretty much exclusively. Spoiler, I've also got YouTube Premium now, and I don't know how I've lived without it.
Right? Literally!
I know, I don't know why. I do object to the model of them basically annoying the shit out of us until we give them money.
Oh, completely agree, 100%.
Especially when you have more than one thing, you know, like, I'm getting on Spotify at the moment. I have a Spotify Premium account because I'm with a family plan. And I'm now getting, I've always been fine with adverts that are like in the podcast where the hosts are just like, here's a sponsor break or whatever. I'm fine with that. Spotify is now playing adverts as separate songs in playlists. It just puts them in there. And I'm just like, I don't like that. But apparently that's something that's chosen by the Spotify person, by the artist, whatever, that's beside the point. I'm just not a huge fan. But yeah, I noticed in my absence, Netflix had added a bunch of true crime programs that I hadn't seen, so I was like, okay, on we go. And there was a particular series, it's called Missing or Murdered, and it's people who have been missing for a long time. Like, they're probably dead, but they've neither hide nor hair has ever been found of them. And The first episode is about a guy called Lee Boxall who went missing from Sutton High Street in 1988 when he was 15. And the thing that's interesting about this is because it was 1988, nobody had like mobile phones or anything, and all his family knew were that he was probably going to go to a football match that day. The problem was there were lots happening that day, and they didn't know which one he'd gone to, if he went to one at all. So they actually had to do this, like, kind of, if you can imagine doing this in the 1980s, they had to go around and work out who was playing, where, whether he would have been likely to go, did he have a connection to that? Because I think the closest football ground to him was Selhurst Park, which is about 7 miles away from where he was. And on that day, Charlton Athletic were playing Millwall. And it said in the thing, he's one of those people who just likes football, so he'll go to any football. He doesn't care. Interestingly, his home team, Sutton United, were playing in Lancashire on that day. And this was in the 80s, and what they did was they had like a bus that used to go to the away games. And one of his mates, who they also interviewed, said, I asked Lee if he wanted to go, and he said, nah mate, it's too far, but here's 50p, get me a programme. Now, I don't know how much programs cost now, but the idea of spending 50p on a program is pretty funny for me.
Not 50p, I'll tell you that much.
The thing is, that's really sweet as well, is that when they interviewed the guy, he still has the program, because obviously he never saw him again. And I noticed that on the bottom of the program was titled Magpie Review. And at the bottom in the left-hand corner, it said Vauxhall Conference, because this is how long and clearly how amazing Sutton United were, bless them. So they knew he hadn't gone to that, but they didn't know if he'd gone to the one at Selhurst Park. And then they saw like another site, there was a sighting of him in a place like across town, and then they were like, oh wait, shit, if he'd been sighted there's no way he'd have got to the place in time for the kickoff. So this was just a long bit of work for them, all to work out that they still didn't know where he was or where he'd gone. So it was just very interesting to me, the idea that they had to do this detective work on, right, who's playing, where are they playing, where's the home team, would he have gone there, do you know what I mean? Kind of, it was very interesting, and like the kind of stuff that you don't think that you'll have to do when you start researching a missing person. But no, I just thought that was super interesting. And also because even though the photographs are from 1988, he could have been anyone I knew in the early 90s, you know? And it's quite sad because there's a local church that had like an unofficial youth group attached to it, and smart money's on the fact that whoever was running that was he was a beast basically, and he's in prison now. And they think he might be buried in the churchyard. But as I was saying to you before the call, you're not really allowed to just go digging up churchyards. There's a lot of people who've got like a vested interest in that. That's not a vestment joke, but you can take it. So they did actually dig up that churchyard in 2014, but they weren't allowed to touch the graves, which on first glance, you're like, of course. But then you're like, well, of course, that's where you would have hidden a body, though, isn't it? You would have hidden them, because I don't know if you ever heard about this, but when the Krays used to people, what they would do is put underneath the coffin. So then the cadaver dog would be like, cadaver! And you'd be like, well, yeah, it's a fucking grave. And then they dig and be like, see, coffin. And then they would just be like, well, guess he's not here, and just fuck off, you know. But yeah, long story short, sad story, but very interesting in the kind of like trying to triangulate where this boy had been, because being 15, he wasn't like, I am going to the Charlton Athletic game, I will be here at and he just hadn't done it. So all right, so that was my interesting but sign of a bummer story. Can I just check in with the chat? Is Stitcher okay? Matty, you all right? I haven't seen you yet today in the chat, so just hope you're all right.
Indeed.
Jeremy, should I recap what happened last time in Ace Attorney?
Well, before we get there, you brought up football tangentially, and I would like to bring up something football related.
Of course, I think it was your mention of football that actually reminded me of that story.
But it's football with a twist. Now,
football with a twist?
Are you familiar with this is going to be a dumb sentence, with the concept of concept football kits? I mean, some are official, some are boot.
Those words together make sense to me, but I don't know what relation they have to like real football. So tell me.
So, the Japan national team, the Japanese national football team,
like England.
Yeah. So there have been some concept kits drawn up in the past. There may be a kit with like Mount Fuji on it, or maybe like a samurai thing. Some are concept kits like by Adidas, or they might be completely legit or total bootlegs. I don't know which. It's kind of difficult to gauge, but you can probably tell when you feel the material and look at it up close. But that aside, parking that bit of the conversation to one side.
How is it a bootleg if it's just a concept?
Because it may not be officially licensed, essentially.
Okay.
But I came across something that I saw and I instantly had to buy.
Oh, God.
Now, I have not opened this yet. I'm going to open it live on here.
Ooh.
But it is a concept kit.
So it's
in a bag.
It's
got an Adidas tag on it. It's a Japanese football shirt. It's the Japan national football shirt, but with a twist.
So, to me, a concept is not a physical thing that you can buy. So a concept kit is a real thing.
Yes.
Right, okay.
So all I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to zoom in on part of this and see if you realise what this is a concept relating to.
Chicken. Pheasant. Japan.
So, I have bought
Vegeta!
a concept football kit of the Japanese nationals team strip with Dragon Ball all over it.
That's very cool. I'm still not 100% what concept means in this context.
Ignore that as a phrase, but there you go. So yeah.
Yeah, okay, I will. Is this like encapsulate all over again?
I don't know, but that looks badass to me. It looks great.
It's very cool. So is it a football shirt? Is it actually that?
It is a football shirt. It has got an Adidas thing on it, which who knows?
Who knows? Yeah.
But it's got like branding all over it and stuff. So look, in theory, it's real. It's got like a sewn badge. It seems sewn. Then then the part that makes me think, this probably isn't legit, is you kind of look at the neckline, and it looks really, really nice. But then you zoom in on the stitching.
Is it glued?
Hang on, I don't know if I can show this properly. Hang on.
Oh.
You sort of zoom in on the stitching a bit. And it just looks a little bit dumb.
Yeah, a little.
But you know what? For 17 quid, I'm not going to complain. Because these things can go for far more.
Yeah, I'm still fascinated by this idea.
So, yeah, at some point...
there are already so many football kits. They're like, we should make some up that aren't real and sell those too. And I'm like, that's like a stupid idea, but it clearly works.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, at some point, I'm going to rock this at a convention or something, or an event.
Hell yeah, that sounds great.
Maybe, in fact, actually, you know what? An event which I do actually want to push for a moment or two. Because it is happening next year in Leicester. Because a good friend of ours is going to be running an event. Cue me switching to a different window.
I don't know anything about it.
With the wrong screen on, but that doesn't matter. Day of the Gundam by our good friends at Gundam Mad.
Okay.
Our good friend, Gorinda Gurm, who owns GundamMad.co.uk, one of the largest retailers of Gunpla and such, is going to be holding a Gundam-themed event in Leicester at the Leicester Tigers football stadium. If you go to dayofthegundam.co.uk, you can get initial details and ticket info there. And I am going to be there in some capacity, probably helping out quite likely, so I wanted to give it a shout-out now, just to get it...
I've never heard of this.
You will be very soon, don't you worry.
I found it.
It is going to be on Saturday, the 12th of July, 2025.
So it's not clashing with anything, I don't think.
So, so if you want to check that out, folks, dayofthegundam.co.uk. And like I say, wanted to give a little quick shout out because no doubt we'll be talking about that in the near future as well.
Leicester Tigers is a rugby team.
It is indeed, yes. It is the.
I thought you said football. I got confused.
If I did, that was entirely on me. I will say that much.
So yeah, July next year, 9 till 6, one day, legal. This is totally legal.
100% is. Like we
No, it just has a legal drop down, and I was like, ooh.
Gotcha, yeah. But I believe
FAQs. Who the fuck are you?
Having had a conversation with them earlier this week, just kind of discussing the event and stuff about a couple of things, got a lot of things in the works, still ironing out a lot of details, but it sounds like already ticket sales are going well, which is great to hear. And
yeah, it's interesting as well because I think we could do with some more one-day niche events like this because the weekend convention model is struggling. For obvious reasons due to most of them economic. So yes, great, good for G. I'm going to get my ice cream from the freezer, and then we can begin, please.
I was expecting that as a segue, but sure, there we go. But yeah, so folks, if you're interested, you can check out the info on that. And like I say, lots more info coming out about that in the coming months and whatnot. But I wanted to get an initial shout out for Garinda now, because top man, if you've been to a lot of like residential conventions in the UK and such, chances are you have seen Garinda's Wall of Gundam. If you've been to like an MCM, if you've been to a residential COD, heck, just a one-day event somewhere, you have seen Garinda's Wall of Gundam. Top bloke. And this is going to be a great event, very much with the intention, from what I can gather, of giving as much value as possible for the entry price. So there is going to be a lot going on that day. So keep an eye out for more info accordingly. Blade Runner! There you go. That is a Peach Momoko cover, everybody.
Yes, there's 4 of them. It's the 4 that she did.
There you go. There you go. Well, folks, I think we're going to gradually get ready to start on the Ace Attorney train. But Claire, yes. I think before we get into that proper, quick story recap. Do you recall what happened last week?
We had a really long investigation, if you recall correctly. We were both a bit like reeling by the end of it, because there was a lot of back and forth. We broke quite a lot of people's Cyclocks, if you recall.
Yes. Or as I keep calling it, the Psylock.
The Psylock. I still got that screenshot. We started off. We left the courtroom, and we were able, as we were leaving, we asked Pearl again where she'd been during the murder, but couldn't get through the Cyclock. And then when we went back to the Winding Way, Eenie Miney ran up to us, to your delight. And was telling us about, she told us about the urn. You remember the urn that had every phase spirit inside?
Yes.
You also then try and ask her about her traffic accident, but she's still locked out, so you can't ask about that. Then we went back to the channeling chamber, and Morgan was talking like a fucking Disney villain to a photograph, if you recall correctly.
Oh, yes.
She was referring to the photograph as Misty. And then she told us how if Misty is missing for 20 years, the mastership of Kurain will go to the next person, which would have been Maya, but Maya is now in like jail for murder, so it would probably be Pearl. So then we went to see Maya, and she said, "Good job, but I'm probably guilty." And you're like, "God's sake, Maya, work with me here." And then we realized you can't have been channeling because she was dreaming, and you can't dream when you're channeling. So. When you ran into Lotta, and we chased her because she thought she was a bad person, and yet somehow only Lotta could make being sorry for being a bad person into something that's physically annoying to us. So we chased her.
That sounds like a very Lotta thing to happen.
It really is. We found the ball. It's alright, Matty, you don't chill, do whatever you need to do,
you do what you gotta do, mate, it's all good.
Peace. We found Pearl's ball, if you recall. We also found Lotta hiding in a box, because that's just the kind of person she is. And then we were able to break through Pearl's Cyclocks by saying, "You knocked that urn over with the ball, didn't you?" And she was like, "I did." And then we proved that she'd done it because she'd put the name back in the wrong order. So instead of saying Amy, it said "I am," if you recall.
This sounds all sounds familiar.
So then we go to see Lotta, and Lotta tweaks us off the fact... That's a weird way that I said that. Lotta tips us off, is what I meant to say. Lotta encapsulates us, and that's my new word for when I can't think of a word. Lotta mentions that Eenie Miney had been in hospital and gives us the details of the clinic. We go to the clinic and meet a very objectionable doctor.
Yes, we did.
Oh,
yes.
The guy's name I was trying to remember was Peter Lorre. But... if I showed you a picture of him, you'd recognise him.
Okay.
So you go to the clinic and you talk to the doctor, and he's like, "Here, I took this picture of her as a memento." And you're like, "That's creepy, give me that."
Oh yeah, like why did you have a passport photo type thing? Like.
But I'm glad he did, because otherwise we wouldn't have been able to force the truth out of her, which is that she was with her sister on the night of the accident and was in the passenger seat and was there, you know. And then Morgan has just left with the police, just leaving her daughter behind for fun. Gumshoe's like, hey, don't cry, little girl. I want to play with a gun. And you're like,
sorry, who?
Morgan.
No, you said Gum who, sorry?
Oh, sorry, Detective.
Thank you, right, okay, yeah.
Sorry, yeah. Just leaving her child behind. And said Detective was like, hey, little kid, want to play with this gun? And we were all like, what the fuck? Then we go back to the detention center, and Mia turns up, and we're like, right, let's get through these Cyclops. And we did get through the Cyclops because Mia was protecting her aunt, who she thinks is probably involved in this. But we know Morgan couldn't have pulled the trigger because she was outside the room at the time of the murder, which means that she must have had an accomplice, and the only accomplice it could have been was Eenie Miney, because everyone else, remember, we went through the whole list, and we couldn't find anyone who could have either been there or done it. So the last question we asked Mia was, why would Morgan want to kill Dr. Gray? How did she do it when she was with you when the murder occurred? And more importantly, how was Eenie involved? And like, we don't know. I then put forward my thing of, I don't think Morgan gave a shit who died as long as Maya was framed for it.
Yeah, because the ultimate goal is to make Pearly the one.
Pearly, yeah. Right, so now we are on to 4.1 Trial.
That we are. It is time to begin. That's a really naff catchphrase, but I'll work with it.
I mean, it gets it done.
So, there you go. June 22nd, 9:51 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 3. Evening, Malu. Welcome, welcome. You join us just in time for game time.
Yeah, there was a load of shit before that, but you don't need to worry about that. Oh, and seeing as we'll probably be seeing our favourite prosecutor today, it's time to crack out this book again.
Oh, what? Are they going to be back? Oh, my word.
Well, I mean, why would they have gone anywhere? They're the prosecutor in this case.
I thought they would just turn tail and run. I don't know.
Who? Francisca von Karma?
Yeah.
No. What? We haven't done anything to make her try and run.
Oh, I suppose we haven't completed this case yet, though, have we? So, there you go. Yeah, okay.
Nick?
Yeah?
Did you know that von Karma's daughter is only 18? Just like me?
Yeah. Why?
I was just thinking about how strong she is. That whip! Oh my god. I mean...
I will say, while you're finishing that mouthful, quick reminder, folks, we've been changing around some sound settings tonight, so if anything ever sounds a bit unleveled, let me know. I will try and mix on the fly, as it were. Claire, please continue.
I mean, she's been in Germany all this time, all by herself, and she's so grown up. That's called trauma, Maya.
Yeah, and I'm sure she's felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation.
Good and bad. And then you look at me and, well... I'm the daughter of the master, but I'm still just a little girl. And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial. I would have led with that, Maya, but okay.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Oh, that little thing, yeah.
But I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through, you know.
Remember when you found your dead sister? That was fucking rough. Good morning!
How did she get to the trial?
We must have bought her.
If she's done another marathon, I swear.
I don't, if Phoenix has any kind of sense, he would not have let that happen again.
The two of you look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you.
Hey! Morning, Pearly!
You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya.
Huh? What do you mean? Do you remember Pearl said she was going to give Francisca von Karma a piece of her mind?
Yeah.
And I was like, I would like to see that!
My mother is coming today to show her support.
Oh, Pearl. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Support. Yeah.
Hey, Pearls.
Yes, Mr. Nick?
Do you think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today too?
Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch.
Nope.
Not be used for child labor and massive hoo-has.
Please, it's very important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help.
Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love.
Or they'll kill you! I haven't turned my back on Keith in 14 years.
Just like, you can't show weakness in front of the person you love.
And you're like, okay. Hey, not this again!
Please, can you do this for us, Pearls?
Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake.
You big pussy.
See you later, then. I'll leave you two to your alone time.
Phew, thank goodness.
Nick?
You know that part where you said you don't feel confident without Mia today? What the hell is what I imagine she's going to say.
Oh, no.
This way, Pearls won't be able to see... Oh, sorry. This way, Pearls won't be able to see today's trial.
Oh, that's a good point, actually.
What do you mean? What's going on?
A few moments later.
Why would he not want Pearl to see it, do you think?
Because her mum might get implicated.
Yep, that's it. No.
She's there! Oh, I haven't done this voice in a while. Right.
Oh,
Here we go. Right.
Here we go, here's the judge.
Let's get in the zone. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey.
I missed you, judges.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Nothing's going yet. Just start already.
I love the way you managed to incorporate your little scoop of ice cream there into that intro.
Phoenix Wright, I looked forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you've made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I am the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. And if you're keeping track at home, that means she's been prosecuting but since she was 13.
Mm-hmm.
Truly, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in this country. Uh-huh. That's nice, Ms. Von Karma. Huh. I'm glad to see you're in such good spirits today, Ms. Fey.
It's true what they say. Women are really scary when they fight.
I don't think it's even any scarier than being hit by a whip.
Now then.
Now then.
Ahem. A very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session.
That the respondent could have left the channeling chamber, correct? I'm becoming French. Yeah.
Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been.
Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin.
All right. Let us hear it.
The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point.
What?
She needed away!
Ms. Von Karma! Then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying then that the person in this picture is not the defendant?
I never said that wasn't the defendant.
Then what is the meaning of this?
All I am saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that is when she dropped this key.
Can you substantiate your claim?
Even better, I can encapsulate it. Isn't that what I'm here for?
I'm never gonna live that down.
The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan.
Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this, and I forced Pearly to channel her so she could witness it.
I mean, yeah. Pearly is 5, though.
I order no drinking in court.
Witness name and occupation.
This is all you tonight, Claire.
I know, sorry. Ice cream is a time-dependent food as well. Hang on.
No drinking in court.
My name is Morgan Fey, and I am a spirit medium. Manner of speaking.
I'm sorry, but what do you mean in a manner of speaking? Ah!
Ah! I don't think anyone really cares.
This is my court.
Is it? Now then, after the murder took place, you kept watch over the defendant, correct? Nicht wahr? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then.
Spirit severing technique?
Look, you're going the right way for a whipped face. A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world, that is.
Yes, that is... Ah!
You. Halt deinen Mund und be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened while you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What?
I'm trying. You trying to battle your ice cream. It's quite funny.
I'm trying really hard.
What in the world could have...
Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. Which room?
Lies. All of them lies.
I see. They're trying to basically cover up why the key was destroyed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Oh, what did I do?
Don't know, but hey-oh. Ah!
The link worked for me. Sorry. Oh, the Discord. Thank you. I never remember to do that. Thank you, Matty. I am terrible. So if you put in www.twitch.tv/Jeraffemy into Discord, it doesn't send people here. You have to put in https://www. You have to do the whole thing. And I usually remember to do it, but I forgot today. So thank you, Matty. I appreciate that. Und here kommen wir to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. So while she was possessed, they're saying she escaped. What?
Lies!
I mean, yes, but we have to prove it.
Order! Order! Order!
Every time the "da" part of that came through, your Discord made your voice kind of at this end.
Ms. Fey, please testify to this court. What happened during that time?
There's like 5 Miss Fays in here, my dude. Your Honor, I will try my best.
Sure you will.
I think someone just upped the ante on this trial.
Yeah, my stomach.
Oh my god, is that a fucking pun? They upped the ante because she's anti-more. Oh.
Yeah.
Aggressively eats ice cream. Oh.
I'm sure Katja will help you if needed.
I don't know where she's bugging off to. Anyway.
Here we go.
Right, okay.
Witness testimony.
This is test me, so I've got to do the voice the first time. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and emptied the chamber. I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. A pistol was hanging from Miss Stigmeyer's hand, and she was in a daze.
Okay.
Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. With great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short time. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that.
Okay. That already seems
No,
kind
not that strong, but okay.
That already seems to contradict it, but alright.
Well, we'll see.
Because thrust away and then hit someone at the base of the neck is very different things.
Yeah, well, don't try and get too logical here.
Why have you hidden this until now?
Because I'm in a video game. I did not wish to cause more trouble for Stigmeyer.
Lies!
However, I must correct falsities when they arise. She is simply correcting a falsity, Herr Phoenix, right?
Von Karma! Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Never mind.
I'm glad she doesn't have a knife and she's only got a whip.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please.
Oh, cool. Just in time for me to finish my ice cream. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. Right. Here we go.
Cross-examination.
That's the face of someone out to cause drama. Absolutely, Mello.
So after we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber.
Well, I don't think there's any point pressing on this. We know it was me and Lotta, you and Lotta, who broke in.
I requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police.
She kicked us out, didn't she?
Yes.
Like, you must leave! Press on this one, press on this one.
Press. Was it really necessary to have two people do something so simple as call the police? Phoenix, not the question we were thinking of, but fine.
I love it when they do this, and you're like, okay, that's what we're asking, apparently.
If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that is a very good point.
She gets one good point every game. At that time, I myself was a little confused.
Sure you were.
On top of which, there was another.
Another what, madame? Madam?
Oh, it's nothing. No need to concern yourself.
Just
say it. Just fucking say it.
You can't hide something from an investigation to bring it up in court to then hide something else and not say it. What the actual blue blazing?
You're channeling Decadane's ghost rage.
I want to hear the end of that sentence.
Question further.
There was another reason you wanted both of us out of that room, wasn't there? Slurps tea. You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room?
I simply did not wish for there to be more victims.
Hmm?
The lives of both the good sir and that camel woman may be in danger. Is what I thought to myself.
In a different polarizing, I don't know, timeline.
Oh, the back of her hair is amazing.
Someone's cat just boiled. Well, that was very noble of you, Ms. Faye.
If it had happened, which it didn't.
This is bad. Now people have a good impression of her and a bad one of us.
Looks like she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you, upping the ante.
Are you satisfied now, Mr. Right?
No.
Ms. Faye, please continue. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze.
Press her on that one.
During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head. And this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement, or have you magically remembered something else?
I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie.
Fuck's sake! Just... Ah! I want to throw something. I can't. But why would you lie about something like that?
For the lulz. It is very painful for me to say this, however. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant.
There are so many logic holes in this. She was covering for Maya? No. We're not leaving this be. We're not leaving this be. So, you were covering for the defendant.
Well, yes, it was only later I was informed of what had occurred. That the renegade Mystic Maya had done something very unexpected.
Renegade.
The renegade.
Something unexpected? What? What, pray tell, did she... Ah!
This witness couldn't have seen what happened.
Fine.
If you want to know what this unexpected thing was,
please subscribe to my Patreon.
Sign up to my Only Whips.
Only Whips. A subsidiary of Only Jers. Sorry, I interrupted your sentence there. Please, I'll let you say.
No, I think I finished it.
So I'll actually pay attention this time. So if you want to know what this unexpected thing was, there's
always later.
Right, I was misreading that. Sorry, thank you. I was putting another was in there for some reason. Yes, very well. Oh, why does it suddenly feel like there's a rock in the pit of my stomach?
Oh yeah, because I ate one because I'm like a bird and I have to use rocks in my stomach to break down plant matter. Now, witness, continue with what happened.
Also, let us know if that sound effects sound came through, because that's another thing I had to adjust earlier. So do let me know if that actually came through.
Yeah, it was super loud last week, so we weren't sure if Yeah, go on.
And then quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped the room.
Yeah, is that... Yes, because she's too small. There's no way. Try being like, what the fuck? Push further on that one.
So, based on this so far, the gun was hanging from her hand.
Uh-huh.
Oh, excuse me. So the gun was hanging
from... Sorry.
So the gun was hanging from her hand. Then Morgan came in and tried to stop her. But then she's saying that Maya thrusted her away. And then...
I think
before we get caught up in this, I think what it's trying to get us to push back on here is the fact that Maya isn't strong enough to push Morgan away that hard. So ironically, push her on this statement, figuratively.
Was it really that easy for her to escape from you?
I'm ashamed to admit to such a thing, however, yes.
But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There is no way she could have escaped from you so easily.
Have you forgotten already, Herr Phoenix Wright?
Oh,
What about this picture?
I've probably forgotten. What is it?
This picture again. Remember that at the time, the defendant was not physically a fae. She is a different shape there.
Yeah. Growing old is such a mysterious thing.
I think he's talking directly to us, Jeremy.
Right. Trust me, I know firsthand.
Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still that of the nurse she had called.
But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away?
No, she karate chopped her. Well, yes, I would have, however...
Judo chop!
Judo chop!
With great strength, she hit the base of my neck and I fainted for a short while. So...
I don't think there's really anything we can push on that at the moment. Because we can't push back on the strength thing, because she's already refuted that. Okay, let this one go.
I'm afraid I have no knowledge of where she went after that.
Push on that one, why not?
Is that because you were unconscious?
Strange retard. Okay. Oh, why, yeah.
Great. Well, now what?
Why don't you choose, Jer?
Question further! So while you were unconscious, you have absolutely no idea where the defendant went. Phoenix, that's how it works.
Yeah, I don't really know what to tell you. I would think that's obvious, good sir.
If that's true, then how can you know for sure that the defendant left the channeling chamber at all?
That's a very good point,
Phoenix!
You've done it again!
Case solved. Thank you, everyone.
Yep. Cool, we can finish early today.
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder myself.
It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this. But the key word here is this.
Oh, crap on a crutch. What now? What do you mean by that?
Sometimes there are multiple witnesses, Phoenix. Keep up. It means she has another witness up her sleeve. That's what. It looks like Ms. Von Karma is ready to move into her witness.
That's enough. From what I can tell, there is nothing wrong with this witness's testimony, other than the fact she lied, but we'll let that slide.
She's a lying liar who lies. Oh, Jeremy, who's the person you'd want to be on the stand next?
Eenie meenie? Lotta?
Continue.
Oh no. And from what she has... Oh, I'm just thinking about it. And from what she has said... Get the accent. We can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber, even though we don't know for sure, which is literally what we just effing discussed.
So before we move on to the next witness, I just need to say something, because I was looking up the German word for witness, because I thought it would be quite good to have the German word for that. The German word for witness is it varies depending on whether it's a female or a male witness, because that is one of the things about German. If it's a female witness, it's Zeugen, and if it's a male witness, it's Zeuge. Okay. Right? The thing that's interesting about that is the word Zeug, as in Z-E-U-G, literally means thing, right?
Okay.
The German word for a toy is a Spielzeug, which literally means a play thing.
Yeah.
The German word for an aeroplane is a Flugzeug, or a flight thing, right? The German word for a hand tool or a tool is a Werkzeug, a work thing, right? So I was like, why are witnesses called things, right? So I looked it up. I typed Zeuge into English, in German to English. It comes up as things, and I was like, what the fuck? What? So then I typed in the word witness in English, and it translated it into Zeuge, and I was like, what is going on? So I went on Wiktionary, which is a wonderful website, because Wiktionary tells you the etymological history of how words are put together, and it does it in any language it's got information for. So obviously most of them are English, but if you think about it, the root of words comes from all languages. So there's English words that have got like German roots and stuff. So if you look up the word Zeuge and Zeugen, they actually come from the verb zeugen, which is nothing to do with things whatsoever, right?
Okay.
So the verb zeugen means to testify.
Okay.
So they are testifiers. So it makes absolutely perfect sense why they'd be called that. The fact that it's so similar to another word that means something completely unrelated is a total coincidence.
God.
And honestly, I fucking love that. I'm sure there's examples in English as well. I was just looking at it like, I mean, I'm not saying it's wrong. I just don't know why. So, yes. So far, we've only had Zeugens. But if you hear me say that word, that's why. It's because it's the German word for witness. But yes, here we go.
This was
Let's
a canon event, everybody.
What? Phoenix stopped and just told everyone about German etymology. Maya's just there, like, yelling out, by the way, did you know? Right, let's continue.
I hope this doesn't come back to bite us in the butt.
Oh, you know it will. Yes, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the channeling chamber?
To the pub.
Into the incinerator.
That's a better answer.
Ooh. Yeah, right. I didn't know what you said, sorry.
The pub. Yeah!
Halt dein Mund. Be quiet. Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. A bit of a leading question there, madam.
She went to speak with someone? I said that in a weird way. She went to speak with someone?
It's no weirder than what's being insinuated.
Who was it?
The prosecution calls Miss Eenie Miney, who was sleeping in the side room at the time.
Ah.
Sorry, I was just looking up to see if there's a better way of saying shut up in German, and there's not. The way I've been saying it is correct. Literally, stop your mouth is what I'm saying. Stop your mouth.
Eenie Miney?
Oh, not Eenie Miney, she sucks. I think you can see where this is headed.
Miney Mo.
Miney Mo. There she is! Everyone's favourite. Zeugen, name and occupation. Okay, so my name is, like, Eenie Miney. I love doing this voice.
I can tell.
I'm, like, researching, like, parapsychology stuff at the, university. I'm not very good at it, so I'm doing it.
What is this parapsychology?
About, like, bugs and stuff? Oh, parapsychology. Let's see. It's like, I guess most people call it occult stuff. My berry's full of secrets.
Eve even if that's what most people call it, I can't understand what that means.
Because I am a stupid man. Then I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Did she just fucking let me Google that for you? Honestly, what a queen. Honestly, what a queen.
Yes, sir.
Now then, Fräulein Miney, after the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Ah, now we see. Eni is lying about it. Nicht wahr? Is this correct? Well, I guess? If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is alright, isn't it, Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Yes, boy.
For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine for my sake.
The spine's been whipped out of him and she's waving it around like a duller hat.
It's like a fatality in Mortal Kombat.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go, testimony time.
Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room.
So how do you know it started?
I love how you just hate her. Honestly, I hated her a lot watching play.
Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. Like, oh my god, totally my sister.
Such a great photo.
Ah. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way.
Well, her sister's dead, if you recall.
Yeah, it's a weird. Yeah, I'm slightly confused by that sentence in general, but okay.
Oh, she's a confusing character.
My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible.
The lottery numbers for next week.
And I can't tell you, because I'm under oath.
That's
And
it.
what did she tell you?
Now hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that entered was your sister? Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey?
Really now, Your Honor? Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time.
It is kind of embarrassing how many times we do have to reiterate that.
Are you saying that the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister?
Yeah, actually, that hasn't been mentioned yet.
Yeah.
And for once, I'm like, maybe we should have started with that. Okay. Yes, Mini Miney. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic.
Oh. Well. This is...
Duggan.
Genuinely thought he was going to whip me. Sorry, she was going to whip me, sorry. I was ready for the and everything.
Ah! Oh no, you never see it coming with...
Like, yeah. In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing.
A terrible Zeug?
Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Do I totally, really have to? Of course.
Ms. Miney. Please.
Please!
Channeling the brain power.
She's like, we only have one brain cell between us, and my sister died with it, so... My sister, this is what she said to me.
Don't order the coffee there. Order it here.
Don't eat the salmon mousse.
I presume that
So
this is just
that was no accident.
this is going to be me.
Yeah, I don't know what we did about. I was drugged.
No, we didn't have a
With
voice
sleeping
We did the
pills.
whole time.
I was murdered by that person. That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it?
I mean,
Edie.
cool motive, still murder. On another point, just randomly, you may wonder why so many Japanese games and anime and stuff use phrases like that person rather than saying it's because they have a word for like them that's not gendered. So they can say like I was murdered by him, you know, but in English that would give away too much information about the gender of the person, but we don't have a phrase for that.
Yeah.
So that's why so many things in Japanese have like that person, because but it just sounds very strange in English. But that's why that is.
And this is why anime filler arcs take a long time.
I don't know how, but okay.
She took her revenge? Are you sure that's what she said?
Yeah. Yes. Then are you satisfied, Your Honor?
I still can't believe it. I don't believe it. Oh, T6. There we go. There was like a thing flying down in front. You couldn't see it. I could. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. You're right.
Sorry, I'm trying to grab something from the top of my thing here, and I ended up pulling something down the back, and I just heard it fall. Haha, it's cool.
Hang on, shall I pass something up to you? Hang on.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Oh, thanks, Jer. Where did you find them?
Where did that come from?
There they were. Oh, thanks, man. It is a bit hard to swallow.
Ah!
However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. Ta-da! See? End.
Thank you for playing the game, everyone. Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, good night, everyone. See you later.
What wrong tone. What do you think, Mr. Right? Star of this game who has not said very much in this chapter today so far? It certainly seems like all the loose ends are accounted for, based on my feeble brain.
I haven't even cross-examined her yet. Have we?
This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie?
Is it the real life?
Was it dream?
Is it just fantasy?
Oh, you took it from me. Felflowne.
What?
Was it a
What did
dream?
you say?
Was it a dream? Or was it just fantasy?
Caught in a landslide. No escape from reality.
I can't.
I bet you didn't know that Queen did the opening to Escaflowne.
Secret track by Brian May.
God, what was the last thing that was said? Of course it was Phoenix. I don't know what she's referring to.
Was that testimony real or was it just a lie?
Oh, right.
But hence the reason we started
saying. Of course it was, because... Oh, for God's sake. Of course it was Phoenix.
Mia, what do you mean?
It's well constructed. That's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies.
Tapestry of Lies would be a good name for an album.
Like a bundle of crabbing wires left in a bucket over winter, we must untangle these lies.
You said a bundle of crabbing wires just in the background. I just saw the dog started rising.
The dog started rising!
Just go, dog just suddenly stood up.
Come here, Bubba. Oh, hello. Oh, hi.
Your Honor.
Oh, actually, she's killing me.
There is room for doubt. So the defense... Pardon?
I'm listening. Keep going, keep going.
There is room for doubt. So the defense will cross-examine this witness. We believe that our cross-examination will reveal the real truth behind this murder.
Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish trouble. I wonder if you'll make this one more entertaining than the last? Okay. So we're going to cross-examine her?
Yeah.
Cool.
So, when the channeling started, I was sleeping in the side room.
I think you can press on that if you want, because like you mentioned, oh baby, I'm so sorry.
Was that because of your, sesame allergy, was it?
Like, that's right. I, like, think there were sesame seeds, like, in the lunch they served that day. Yeah, probably. I had this, like, premonition that it was totally gonna be a seedy day.
Unimpressed.
Yes, indeed.
I'm sorry. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here?
The sesame boat.
Anyway, so you were taking a nap.
A nap.
Did something happen? I'm losing the voice now. Did something happen while you were sleeping? A little later,
Okay, so
someone came into the room, really suddenly.
like a really fun way.
Do you know the time?
Like, maybe a little before 11 a.m., fine.
11 a.m.?
Yeah, like, my stomach is totally ready for, like, food.
No, I think you misunderstood me.
Right.
I'm not asking what the time is now. I meant, what time was it when the someone came into your room?
I don't fucking know. Oh, so, like, that's what you meant. Oh, like, you should have been more, like, clear about it.
Kinda thought I was!
Nope, not enough, clearly.
Sorry, don't say my bad!
Totally not my bad. No, it's okay, like, it's really...
Oh, this character.
Huh?
That's it? Why did you stop mid-sentence?
Did I? So, like, what was I talking about again? In fairness, I do relate to that. I probably wouldn't do it on the witness stand.
Never mind.
So again, about this person who entered the side room. Yeah, come on, Von Mama, get us back on track. So it was like, oh my god, totally my sister.
Are you absolutely sure?
I guess.
I swear. Just give me a straight answer.
No one's ever given us a straight answer in the history.
You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered?
Like, I don't know.
What? Calm.
I mean, like, totally, I don't totally know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. Oh my god. You know what she's done? She's heard your sister as a name.
I hate this character.
I really found her annoying.
I hate this character so much.
Don't worry.
It reminds me of someone in particular.
I think I might know who.
It's irking me to no end.
I did wonder why this character seemed to be annoying you more than usual. I'm sorry, I'm trying to make her.
All they've got to do is start talking about chemtrails, and it's like it's real life.
I mean, she is a parapsychologist.
Right.
Okay.
Which...
So no, there's nothing to present. Just keep going. The thing we have to peek behind the curtain, Jeremy. The thing we have to press her on is when she says, I hadn't seen her in like so long. I was so happy in a sad way. No, it's not you, Matty. Don't be silly. Pretty sure I've never heard you talk about chemtrails.
No, Matty, trust me. Trust me, it's not you. Trust me.
I'm sorry, Jeremy. If this is annoying you too much, we can always take a break and do something else.
No. It's when we get through this chapter, I won't have to do it again. It's fine.
I mean, yeah, okay.
Don't say that.
I mean, let's just continue.
First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. Fact. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer.
Very skilled.
Well?
Yeah, well, Mr. Wright, what are you going to do about this?
Well, Mr. Wright? The defense rests, thank Christ.
Does it? That was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, Sergen, how did you feel when you saw Fräulein Mimimini? Right, pressure on this one.
Okay, here we freaking go. Right. Here we go. You were happy in a sad way?
Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister.
But wouldn't most people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again?
But, like, maybe if I was, like, someone who didn't know about, like, the occult?
God, it's like listening to Vince Russo talk.
It's not the worst logic she's used.
It's the amount of likes.
Soph, I love you, but honestly, I did not need you to prove that chemtrails don't exist. But I appreciate the expert opinion.
Oh my days.
But I know all about the Karain channeling technique.
That wasn't the answer I was looking for.
No, what she means is that she knows that people can be channeled and come back. So, like, her seeing her sister, especially in Karain, is not the most weird thing in the world. The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like what she said.
Should I drop this line of questioning? Absolutely not. Ask everything so we can be done with this. So, you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter?
No.
How is that the most straightforward answer we have got through this entire thing? Are you absolutely kidding me?
You gotta be butt-fucking me!
Oh, God.
Jeremy, look at the possum. Look at his little eyes. Look at his little smile. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange. We come back to Jeremy, he's just got no hair at all. He's just pulled out the hair that he had. God! They come off with your headphones still attached to it.
But...
Ah! Don't keep badgering her.
Tell your witness to answer normally.
No.
You know the phrase, objection? Could you try that once in a while?
I can do both.
Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister.
Deep breath, Jeremy. There's no.
Is it really that important? My reaction is simply, it is very important, Judgy.
Judgy Poo!
It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet.
It's the indefinite article.
But I've got to bluff for now to make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Another day at the office. Let's do this.
Let's make it clear, it is not the indefinite article. That is at.
All right, Mr. Wright. Ms. Miney, please amend your testimony.
Like, okay. I'm, like, totally cool with that.
Good.
So what are we doing? So she said I wasn't scared at all, and her costume looked totally normal. Well, that's weird.
At this point, would it not have been covered in blood?
It's not that. It's Well, yeah, actually, present the
Like,
photo of her covered in blood.
That's kind of why I was also like, aside from the fact it was just your sister and you weren't surprised, would the blood, you know?
The blood would have definitely been a bit weird. Yeah, so present the photo of Mimi covered in blood. It's one of those photos. Photo 2, I think.
Let's have a look. That one.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Presenting. That was a very well spun lie, Ms. Eni.
What are you blabbing about this time, Hefty? Right?
Genuinely wonder where you went for a second there, because I looked up and suddenly saw you weren't there.
Sorry, something fell out of the top bit, and it's just this. Do you know what this is?
A squeaker?
Yes.
I only know that because you pushed it the first time and I heard it. It's well constructed, but that's all it is.
Sorry, Katya likes to surgically remove these from... And usually what she'll do is she'll put a tooth through it or something so it stops squeaking. But usually as soon as she's got it out of the toy, I'll... Are you here? Would you like to see my dog in her pajamas? She's wearing
Very fancy.
Ghosty pajamas. Stealing my lines now.
Ms. Miney, may I remind you of what you said?
Literally, just now.
You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance.
Like, yeah, and?
But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. Slides across the air.
Look at this photograph.
This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this.
It's a blood spray.
Yes. Oh, different character. Yes, blood.
Blood.
Ms. Miney, why did you not include the blood you saw in your testimony? And don't give me any BS that you weren't wearing your glasses, because you don't wear glasses, so you would have seen it.
God, you're starting to sound like Matty when he's really fucking done with something.
If you were
Like,
really,
don't talk to me!
if you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat.
This is your equivalent of that little old lady in Stardew who comes up and makes like unwanted advances on this character. Oh no, my hat's full of secrets.
Order! Order! Ms. Miney, what is the meaning of this? Don't you go biting your hat now, you answered the question. Ms. Miney?
I'm thinking. Don't interrupt me.
Matty, just it wasn't even anything bad, it was just the way Jeremy was talking. It was just like, very remind me of you. And, no, don't give me that shit. Don't tell me that, because it's not true. Very funny.
And what are you stammering about, Your Honor?
Well,
That witness. Her personality did a complete 180 there. Yeah, she was really forceful. Did you notice that?
Yep, she's
very much like, stop it, I'm thinking.
Just stop thinking.
Much like, you remember that guy from the last game where, or was it the last game or was it this one, where like he was pretending to be a crazy old person and it turned out he wasn't a crazy old person.
Lots of people do that when they're on the when they get on the stand, though. To be fair.
Only in this game, Phoenix. Generally, they're not like that.
Mia's like, not now, Phoenix.
That's not what I meant, Matty. I love the way you talk. Your streams are great. First of all, calm yourself, Toygan.
Like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap. Are they buying it?
I swear I will,
Do you think
I
they're
will
buying
crack
it?
my neck in a big way soon if she doesn't shut up and just say the correct stuff.
I think she's playing a character. Do you not think?
Oh,
Like, the real
100%. It's just a shanking me every
But
time.
why? But why is she doing that? Now, hurry up. There's the testimony. Oh, cool. She got more testimony.
I know.
Here we
This is
go.
when we find out she's actually the sister that supposedly died, and she actually left her actual other sister, the ditzy one, in the car fire. That's probably what we're going to find out. I don't know.
That's fucking bull. That's batshit, Jeff.
I mean, look, at this point,
You know what, though? If it
anything.
could happen in any game, it would happen in this game.
That's the thing, literally. Like,
Right?
I don't know, but at this point, I'm inclined to think it because it's so.
Oh, yeah, I find Matty's making a point, which is that on his stream a few weeks ago, he did an impression of you and then me, and his impression of me nearly ended my life because it was so funny. But I without meaning to, just did an impression of him and 2-for-2. We're now even. So let's just.
If you please. Oh, the judge still looks shaken up. A lot of help he's going to be, as ever.
Here we go again.
Hang on, Pepsi Max time.
Yes, take your required Pepsi Max. Like, the side room was, like, kind of dark, you know?
We still haven't actually established what time this happened.
I don't think that really matters, but
Why
yeah,
would it be
okay.
dark?
Yeah, no, I mean, but she lied about everything else. What's one more thing? I like, the costume is kind of purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that.
Wait, what? You know what? Just carry on.
And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Well, yeah, because Maya's body ended up back in the channeling chamber, so she'd have had to get back there somehow.
So the question
Because
now
we were going on the assumption... What?
So the question now then is, did she change clothes before she took her back?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's moot, because Maya didn't leave the room. This is all...
Oh yeah, but there is still the question of how did the clothes end up in the incinerator?
Oh yeah, there's lots of problems. We'll end up poking holes in it.
All
Let's just continue.
Yes. Now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. Because you're batshit.
You think? Like, thanks, Gramps.
That
I'm
wasn't.
nailing this lying on the stand thing.
That wasn't a compliment, Ms. Ely.
I stopped listening to you.
Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Do I look satisfied, Judgy? All right, I guess not.
How perceptive of you, Judge.
Very well. You may question the witness.
So, considering how annoying you find this character, let me save you some time and tell you to press on the third and fourth statement.
I appreciate this.
I wouldn't normally.
So the side room was dark. The costume was purple, right? The blood totally blended in.
Do not press on that one. Press on the next one.
I like persuaded my sister I wasn't.
Press.
Yeah, I'm just gonna press it. I can't read that. And
You'd have to read it again.
what was your sister, Ms. Mimi Miney, like at the time?
Like, dead. Well, she was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray.
Can I be honest? If she'd have just literally said, oh, she was like totally dead, I would have actually gone, fair answer. Literally.
That's because I'm funny and she's not.
True.
But I think, like, she knows. She, like, said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Ms. Margot.
Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you?
Like, yeah. Okay, and then I checked my sister jump. Press on that one too. Yeah, that costume was so good. I know. Freya's costume of Amy Miney was fantastic.
Was your sister calm by that time?
I guess so. She hadn't murdered anyone in like 10 minutes. I guess maybe like taking her revenge on Dr. Gray like made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Herr Phoenix Wright. The sooner, the better.
Are you implying you want to murder me?
Oh, someone else?
She says, with her whip at the ready.
Always gotta have it at the ready. I like Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know?
I'm guessing she's just intentionally not mentioning the dead body, but alright.
Well, we can't press on this anyway, it's just a conversation.
May I ask you one more thing, Ms. Miney?
Yeah, Mr. Columbo? Like, sure.
Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place?
Something out of place? Like, huh? Like, when do you mean?
When you...
Oh, the urn would have been...
Yeah, my initial thought was the urn, but did we not establish that what's-her-face broke it with the ball?
Yeah, but it would have been smashed. So that would have been different. So I think it's when we were going to the crime scene.
Yeah. So, okay, yes.
Plus, you know what Phoenix says after this is probably not going to relate to what we just said, so...
Oh, do you know what, at this point, 1,000,000%. I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course.
Oh.
Oh, so implying, did you notice anything out of place, like the smashed pot, I guess?
Yeah, I think that's what we meant. No, nothing strange.
She answered rather quickly. Now what? Harder!
Harder!
Think harder. I know you can remember something.
No, look hard. I totally can't.
For some reason, the way you said that was just like even more than usual. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the channeling chamber is all that important? Judgy, it's very important. I ask because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this, but that's a point for a couple of minutes' time when I hit the right buttons. Very well. Ms. Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony.
I don't get why, but okay. So now she says, I didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. Now that's interesting because we didn't ask her if she saw anyone.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
We started very blanket, was there anything strange?
And that can't be true because Pearl was in the Winding Way, remember?
Yes.
And you wouldn't have missed Pearl. It's very short.
To press or present?
Present.
Let's have a think. So
Pearl profile, I guess, maybe? Present Pearl's profile.
You say that you didn't see anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. However, that is impossible.
Impossible!
Cue the music.
It's not as good as the music in the first game. Like, what do you mean? And I agree, the music in the first game was better.
I'd like to introduce you to someone who is currently in the shape of someone else due to channeling, but that's not the point. This is Ms. Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay.
Interesting. You have a semi-intelligent look on your face. So what about this child?
It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden.
It's the garden?
Yep. Which means anyone walking through the area would have to have seen her. So, Ms. Miney, what do you have to say to that?
Ah! Well, that was interesting.
That was a great sprite.
He became a ghost for a second.
Best part of this character.
Oh. As the court can see, she's a bit of an airhead.
A bit.
Also, she was leading her sister at that time. Do you honestly think she would have noticed a simple child playing? Preposterous!
Evening, Charlie. Welcome, welcome.
Oh, I'm glad Charlie... I'm always sad when Charlie doesn't get a chance to join. I'm glad that she's here. The hat jump scare, yeah.
It's not preposterous. I can prove it.
That's sort of foolish.
There is no way someone walking along the winding way could not have noticed Pearl when she was playing with her steel samurai ball.
Is it the ball? Or do we do the urn?
That's just the first thing I defaulted to, but...
Try the urn.
I'll take this hint accordingly. Presenting.
Just throw the urn.
This urn is my proof. Launch.
Oh shit, it's broken! Again! An old cracked clay pot. What is that going to prove?
Do you know why it's cracked? It's because Pearl broke it. That's why. Sorry to say this.
Oh my god, Phoenix, I told you that in confidence. That's so not cool.
It's okay. She's currently channeled. No one knows. It's fine.
Everyone knows except her now. And Morgan's in the audience. Morgan's in the audience.
She broke the urn. Ah!
Why do I feel like you're about to ruin my beautiful day?
About as beautiful as you two's beautiful day. There you go.
Don't let it get away.
Thank you. This urn was broken around the time the channeling started.
Ah!
And Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way.
Sweetheart, it's fine. What? I forgot what her voice was.
Ms. Oh, wrong character. Ms. Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time, and you just bowled past her. Heck, you probably kicked over the pot.
Maybe you broke it. Oh no, she'd already broken the...
Well, no, I mean, as in Pearl was putting it back together, and she probably kicked it over again.
Oh, like a bully at a beach kicking over a sandcastle. Oh.
Yep. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see.
Bad yet.
If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind.
Well, I had my hat on my face. Are my weird noises coming through okay?
Absolutely, 100%.
Excellent, you're getting them now.
I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Ms. Miney.
You do that.
You are a masterful liar.
Is she really?
Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say.
I literally can, it's on the screen.
The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness, Judgy.
Did you seriously just go, no you, Phoenix, you absolute bitch. I love it.
So, Ms. Miney, tell us the truth.
About what?
Everything.
Well, don't get greedy.
About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course.
So Fitness just testified about that.
And she's lying, so tell it again.
That's right. I was like sleeping in the side room.
Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? There's no way.
There's no way.
Your lies end here.
Sounds like you're about to kill her in a boss battle.
I'm now going to send you to the Shadow Realm.
You pull out fucking the 5 cards of Exodia and just kill her
Exodia,
out.
go!
Why do we keep coming back to Yu-Gi-Oh in this?
Because it's the best example, that's why.
It is very
It's either the next dimension from the first Dragon Ball Z dub, or it's the Shadow Realm, take your pick.
The home for infinite losers. What do you?
The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there is clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is the contradiction? It's in her testimony just now. It's in the evidence. Help me, Mia.
It's in the testimony just now.
Earlier in your testimony, Ms. Miney, you made the following statement. Quote,
And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know?
it's true that, at the time, both myself and Ms. Hart were not there.
Howdy!
We had gone to call...
Thank you, Lossa, shut up.
We had gone
She's
to...
like, get anything in this episode. Shut up.
We had gone to call the police.
So, like, what does that have to do with anything?
Oh, it's very simple. Ms. Miney...
Yeah, no, oh my god, sorry. You know how in the Shadow Realm was kind of made up because in Yu-Gi-Oh! They were literally, like, killing people?
Because 4 kids.
Yeah, but just imagine... Imagine if at the end of the trials in this game, he would literally kill people. I mean, it's not that far from the real thing, because if I recall correctly, all the guilty people get executed in these games anyway.
Oh,
It's
blimey.
fucked up. But anyway.
Ms. Miney, how did you know that fact?
That Morgan was alone.
Mm-hmm.
How?
I concede that Ms. Faye was the only person in the channeling chamber.
Please be more specific, there's so many Miss Fays.
However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that.
Ah!
Which means, Ms. Miney, you did, in fact, go to the channeling chamber.
What?
But you didn't go there.
My trap card!
Perfect. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way.
Oh, Charlie's just confirming that the death sentence does exist in this universe, but I think it's some line in a later game that goes only for premeditated murder. Yeah, so, sorry, I should have been more clear. Not everyone who's proven guilty in these games is executed, but it certainly is mentioned that some people are, especially some of the people in the later games who are just straight up, like some of the murders we've seen have been like accidents or whatever, but there are some real baddies in the later games. Yeah, I want to be executed. Ah!
But look at the manor guide map.
It's so quaint.
If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I ask this very important question.
Matty's like, I need to go and find out exactly what this. I'm gonna wiki it.
Where
Go forth.
was the witness at the time of the murder?
Murdering.
Ms. Miney, please answer the question. Hey, Moth Fox, welcome, welcome.
Moth Fox, don't ask a question on baseless assumption, if you please. Lots of whipping.
You've missed me wanting to tear a character apart, virtually.
Oh my god, Jeremy has been super mad about, dare I say, slightly triggered by Eeny Miny. And I'm not saying that as a joke, I mean that. We're trying to minimise the Eeny Miny interaction. Well, I suppose since you've put it out on the table, by the way, put it away. Mr. Phoenix, right? Bam! Yes, we're all very impressed, Phoenix. Well, she'll do it again, Moth Fox, don't worry. You can't stop this girl from doing it. See? There you go. She did it right then. You might as well answer the question for her. Oh, she don't let you answer. Where was the witness at the time of the...
Objection! I asked the question first.
Your Honor, finders keepers. Now's your chance, Phoenix.
Yeah!
The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eeny Miny. So now is the time to prove it.
Now is the time!
Cool! We haven't been doing that the whole time, Rona.
Now then, Mr. Right, let's hear your answer.
I think it's going to make you point it out on the map.
Well, they're clearly in the big grey bit in the middle. Like, up here.
At the time of the murder...
Had to have been in the channeling chamber.
Had to have been in the channeling chamber.
Had to. Absolutely had to.
We think she did it, so she had to be.
Because she was at the back of the room behind the screen where the bullet hole was.
In the box.
Ta-da!
Let's do it.
Right, present. Ms. Miney was here, of course. What? But that's the channeling chamber.
Do keep up, Judge. Isn't that the crime scene?
That's right.
Sword.
Ms. Miney was at the scene of the crime. Order! Order! Order!
It really doesn't like you saying that, Discord. Herr Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started.
Yes, yeah, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Ms. Miney was hiding at the scene of the crime.
I was hiding? Well, like, where was I hiding?
Back here.
You got it.
About there. Why not? Here, of course. Behind the folding screen? Ah!
Ah! Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. Ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. Oh, hey, I got to be in this episode after. See, you stupid jerk.
Look, Eeny, I can't stand you, but your hat will not survive that.
What is it made of?
Dough.
I said that line.
I know, I'm just saying it looks like dough. It looks like she's about to make a pizza.
It does look like dough, doesn't it? Like a big thing of dough.
Or
on
like
her
a
head,
cheese with a hole in it.
It makes sense that it's dough because we're going to prove she's a murderer. Okay, that joke only works if you know something about baking bread. Can someone in the chat please laugh at my joke? God damn it! Wait, hang on. Now I've got to check. Hang on. Okay, so when you make dough,
I can't believe we're having this discussion.
Before you make it into bread, you have to let it like on its own to like to sit for a while. So it has to kind of rest and rise, right? That's where the yeast acts on the thing, and that is called proofing or proving dough. Oh my god!
I wasn't discrediting you. Just I was unfamiliar with that phrase.
I was like, only one person. No. I mean, Quit being so quick to pin it on me, slime ball.
Oh my god! Now, Ms. Miney, one so young as you shouldn't be saying...
Shut it, Gramps. As if you know exactly how old I am.
I'm sorry? Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should, help it along.
Guess I should duck under the table.
Oh, look at this for a pose.
Hang on, I can't read this. Oh, that's your line. That's your line.
The witness was hiding behind a folding screen with the help of this. What?
Box.
Oh.
I realised that I could only do one dimension.
I was gonna say, I thought you were like, photo?
No, sorry. Box.
Ms. Miney. Hello. How were you able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box.
Ah! That tiny little box, no person could fit in that.
Oh, sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lotta disproved you when she was hiding from me in it.
Oh yeah, because she ran away and hid in it, remember? She was
because the stuff was taken out of the box as well, like the ball.
Yes. God, the fireworks going crazy. Checking the dog in a minute.
No.
It's that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right. I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time.
Mr. Wright.
What?
Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime?
Can we?
There's a bullet hole in it, isn't there?
I think so. Yeah, there must be.
So
if she shot out of it, there must be
so
one. So yeah, I can with some. Yes, I can with some
Hang on,
evidence.
court record. Let's.
Does it mention it in the box's thing?
There's a bullet hole 8 inches off the ground. There you go.
Yeah. So basically, go to yes, I can with some evidence.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true, Mosswatch. You shouldn't eat unthingy dough.
And now, I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Presenting...
What? What magic?
Box-chan! Take a look around at this clothing box.
Take a look at this clothing box. It's got a little hole in it.
Take a look at this clothing box.
I can use it for storing my socks.
I can't.
That became I Want a Boat by Lonely Island. It's Limp Bizkit fucking up the box. Sorry.
Thank you very much, Charlie. Much appreciated. Oh, perfect.
You're so stupid. As if there's any sort of evidence in this whole thing.
What on earth? Ah!
I don't have time for you to sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already.
There's a hole! About 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground? Where have we heard that before?
Clapham train station? It's a folding screen. It has a hole, it's the same height.
Thank you, Von Karma. That's what I was thinking of.
You're not stupid.
That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened.
8 Mile.
At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen.
Oh, in that case, she's incredibly lucky to hit him at all.
Which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen.
Okay.
It went through the screen and then into the box.
Oh, it was shot into the box. She wasn't shooting out of the... I'm a stupid boy! Sorry. Arrgh!
Ms. Miney.
What?
You were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray.
Fantastic, we're in a rush again. She Ubered another picture.
Order!
Then, Herr Felix right, what about this picture?
Look at this photograph.
Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Inimini?
That is exactly what I'm saying. Ms. Eeny Miney, you were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. Masquerade as Maya Fey?
Masquerade as Maya Fey to masquerade as Maya Fey. Sorry.
Masquerade!
Masquerade! Lots of people in a box shooting guys. Anyway.
She had it planned from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. On my client. That was a very unfortunate time to get a hiccup.
I feel that ruined the gravitas of that somewhat.
She
would have another go at that.
I'll try again, hang on. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client.
No, stop. I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. She just leaves. If that's the case, Herr Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition.
Mortal Kombat.
This whole idea, the witness moves the clothing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do that all by herself.
Here it is.
No, it wasn't possible because she
because
wasn't
Morgan
working.
helped her. There you go. No.
No, top one. I think correct.
Yeah,
it's not
okay.
possible for. Yeah, this is a bit weird. It's a bit like a double negative. Correct.
Yeah.
It is not possible for one person to have done this all
So
by
going,
themselves,
you're
yeah.
right. It's not possible. Essentially is what I'm saying.
Apparently, if you choose no, it's possible, she whips you and you get another go.
It really is impossible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ah!
Okay, whipped anyway. Need I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy.
Wait!
Mateo!
Ms. Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct?
Oh, you can't be serious.
No!
Oh, she's gone crazy.
Keep
You're mad.
Keep doing your hat.
Like, soon this will be a pizza.
Ms. Miney, you had an accomplice.
Ooh.
It's time.
Drop that bitch in it. This person.
If it wasn't someone from Karain Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have that box to use.
Oh. Morgan Fey.
Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Ms. Miney?
Yeah, that's great. Do you have anything to say that isn't the sound of a car reversing uphill?
You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Pew, pew, pew.
Unfortunately, finger guns are not lethal, so you actually had a gun as well.
Do you deny it?
Do you?
I think this is really what happened, and you'll find out what after this Pepsi break.
Next time on Jeremy Z.
On Jeraball Z. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent, with like a blow dart. Then she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. Shank.
Remember there was a knife?
Right?
That was ages ago we mentioned the knife. Oh no.
Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime.
That's when something unexpected happened.
Unexpected? Yes.
Oh god, he wasn't dead!
Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker.
Which is why the hole was in the sleeve.
And that is why the hole was in the folding... That's why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and bang!
Right in the face.
After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room.
Howdy!
Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Click!
That's the first picture that Lotta took.
Ms. Miney, she immediately covered her own costume. What? Oh, Ms. Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. Click!
Hang on.
Yes.
Oh yeah, because it wouldn't have had any blood on it. Neither of the costumes would have had any.
Exactly. So she had to put blood on the costume to implicate Maya, as it were.
This is about the point where I think I stopped paying enough attention during the playthrough I was playing. So I was watching, so I was just like, what? I was like, who was in the box? And Keith was like, there was no... Fuck. Oh God, listen.
And pretended to be Maya Fey.
But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through.
Yeah, it would have been, wouldn't it?
Cool, yeah, we've only been doing this for like 5 weeks. Well done for seeing through it.
Which is precisely why Ms. Morgan Fey chased us out.
Charlie was just there, like, they were there in the blood, like...
Or just jumped into the blood and went, oh.
Simba! Please leave this area to me. Oh yeah, she kicked us out, remember?
Nice.
Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more... Oh, that was...
I was going to say, what?
Maybe she's quoting Morgan.
Hang on.
Hurry, before that...
I was going to say, think Catherine.
I was thinking in my brain that, like, Francisco was quoting Morgan. Hurry, before there are more victims here.
What is one supposed to say other than WTF?
You could try saying NOTGUILT.
Right, I was like, hang on, process. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, my brain was like, are you going to be able to spell this? You've got to continue, you've already started.
This is the real truth behind the murder.
Finger painting. What is?
Who is that? Who's laughing at a time like this? We're at
Shut up, Mocha.
Whoa. Ah!
Oh, it was her. Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry. Are you still by chance evolving?
I mean, I'm only in my starter form, but sure. What is it this time?
Yeah, that's fair.
Ms. Von Karma? Surely...
Of course it was me. That voice.
I was gonna say, what?
You knew the murder! Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood was lost due to something this petty?
What in the world?
Herr Phoenix, right? Your argument is flawed in one very crucial area.
Do tell.
I mean, she's right. You'll see.
And that is?
If this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all this trouble?
Revenge! Huh?
Working together with a meeting, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such a foolish thing and foolish things?
Well, that's,
We know the answer, don't we? Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Inimini want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive?
I mean, I think that's actually pretty damn obvious, quite frankly.
I mean, they don't know the details of...
I mean, just revenge.
Well, yeah, but I know, but they don't know the details of the accident, too. So I think this is the point where we have to tell them.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive.
A motive? That's... I can't say she has no motive here.
Well, you don't have to, because that's not true.
I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead other than the murder of her sister via sleeping drugs in a car crash? What could it possibly be? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is...
So we got to present something.
What we got?
So remember, you've also got the profile.
So it's that?
Yeah.
Literally, the sister? I'm sort of doubting myself now.
Ha! Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix Wright.
Just great. Now even she is calling me by my full name.
You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? I mean,
yeah.
Yes?
Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself.
Don't be stupid.
Oh, here we go.
No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right?
But you just said it.
It's not proof. You want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing?
What do you mean by that?
Senile, stupid, gross. I'm going to explain, so please listen, okay?
Only if it's not in this voice.
You probably noticed I'm doing a different voice for not doing this.
I'd much rather you be the angry why can't it be the angry version on screen? I can deal
I
with
don't
the angry
think
version.
you would be using that voice when she's doing this.
Ugh.
It's been over half a year since I was discharged. I was discharged from the hospital.
Do you want to say that again?
I don't know, my brain. It's been over half a year since I was discharged. I cannot fucking say that.
Add in a couple of likes and you'll be fine. So it's been over.
Over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. Yeah, you're right. That really does help.
Literally, right?
It's like almost putting a, when you're climbing, you put a tack in to attach to it. It's like that. That's weird.
It's I wanted revenge, then I wouldn't have waited this long.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah.
And five, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was Dr. Gray.
That's a good point. But didn't she put him in contact with? Didn't she tell him about it?
Hang on, wait. So what's she saying?
She's saying, this is annoying because I can't go back and check what she said. She's basically saying,
so she wants revenge. She would have got it sooner.
She wants revenge. She could have got it sooner. Also, she's making the point that there's no absolute proof that Dr. Gray was responsible for the death of her sister, which may not have been enough to stop her, but it probably would have stopped Morgan from getting him. Because if Morgan was going to throw her something like this, definitely happened, right?
Hang on, say it again. She cut out of Morgan.
What?
Whatever the sentence you just said, just say it again because you said Morgan, then you cut off for a second.
Well, if Morgan was going to get involved in this,
yeah,
she would probably want proof that Dr. Gray was responsible.
Agreed.
And there isn't any.
Okay.
So she's saying, well, there was no proof.
It was a total coincidence. He asked me about it,
Wait.
So she's saying that Dr. Gray was the person who was all about the spirity stuff and stuff, and she just was like, oh, you're interested in spirit stuff, you should go to Karain Village. It wasn't a case of she went to him. Oh yeah, by the way, that you know what, it'll explain it.
She's back to her airhead persona.
You
Phoenix,
love it so much.
literally, my thoughts, literally. However,
Pathetic, Herr Phoenix, right? You failed to support your own theory.
Does it end?
No! Bullshit! No! I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix, right?
You know what I'm feeling like, Jeremy?
I don't know now. I'm so,
I'm feeling the same thing I felt at the end of... What the fuck was that thing called? Bad Blood. At the end of Bad Blood, when that lady jumped out of the audience and started decking Rhea Ripley, and everyone was like, what the fuck?
Mm.
Because up until that point, we'd kind of known what was going on. And then suddenly everyone was like, what? And then it ended. And I was like, what the fuck was that? And that's the feeling I have right now. What the fuck? What the fuck is this?
What Ms. Miney has stated is very true, though arguably BS.
Though arguably annoying as fuck.
The Revenki plan is overly complicated, and she has no motive in the first place.
I'd agree with the first bit, but not the second bit.
Furthermore, there is no reason for Ms. Morgan Not Le Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point.
Tusk, so many false tactics, right? You should really learn your play.
What happened? I thought I had it for sure. The hell just happened?
Yeah, literally my feelings. See, like, it's just as I like you.
Huh?
I hope you'll like your slice of humble pie.
I'm so...
She did say that. She did say that.
What?
Right at the end of what she was saying to you last week. And we were like, what?
No, but... Have I just stepped into an alternate timeline? What the hell's happened?
Wait.
Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination of Ms. Eenie Miney.
Your Honor, please allow the defense one more.
All right.
Yeah, me too, Charlie. Can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix.
I don't know what to believe after that last 2 minutes. Mia.
Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But, you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime.
Really?
Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There is a reason why she had to kill Dr. Grove. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion.
Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please.
I get to have the final answer? Not guilty. No, I think you misunderstood me.
If you want to say that you can prove Ms. Miney had a motive, then... Oh, excuse me. Need to breathe. The oxygen in my head. I'm becoming an airhead now.
All the brain, you just pushed it out.
Literally, my brain's just gone, oh. Why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide a reason? Can I? Can I really do this? Yes, I can.
Phoenix lawyer, can he prove it? Phoenix lawyer, yes, I can.
Suiting and booting. It's so much court to do. I don't know.
Getting a whip in the face. It's just what I do.
Objection, objection, and some words.
How do you know so many words to the puppet?
Throw some proof in their face.
Working together, we'll get the verdict done.
Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney.
You're a lawyer. Phoenix Wright, objection.
That shouldn't have worked. Literally, that shouldn't have worked at all. Oh.
Okay. Right.
I'm not gonna lie, I needed that, honestly. I really
yeah,
did.
it's been a bit. Yeah, we needed a bit of a break.
Oh my days, right.
Okay.
Okay.
Please, if someone wants to clip that, feel free.
Please, yep. I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what.
That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now, because you are the defense attorney. No one else is actually allowed to. You have to.
I will. I will show and substantiate the fact that Ms. Miney had a motive.
And then I'm going to encapsulate it. Ha ha ha. Too bad.
We don't need no encapsulation. Do 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 do.
All our things are vacuum sealed.
All I know is I'm just another airhead in the wall.
Another hole in a beret. Ha ha ha. Too bad. My cross-examination has already ended after all. Oh, did you get whipped? Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Herr Phoenix, right? Because I run this courtroom.
I just saw Mothbox. Hey!
Hey!
Judge!
Judge! Leave that gavel alone!
Doom, 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 doom.
Yeah.
Very well played, Mothbox.
Going on here.
Oh.
Anyway.
How many songs can we make into an Ace Attorney song?
I mean, you're basically, what you're experiencing now is what my brain is like on the inside all the time. So, it's nice to get to share this with, to be honest. Keith never picks up my music references. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Ah! If Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have civility, I will knock you down, Herr Phoenix Wright. Oh! Okay. Thanks, Mommy. And I don't care if you are my business. So, help me, I will throw you out of my... No way!
Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess.
A recess?
We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene.
Boom, 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 boom! And me is in the room.
maybe we can solve the case together. Now, maybe never. Boom, boom, boom.
Go to jail forever because I'm not a very good lawyer. Anyway. Hey, wait a sec. Oh. So we're having a 5-minute recess.
Be continued.
Jeremy, I want to make a case that we try and finish it.
Oh, fudge.
There's so little left, and it all wraps up.
All right.
You can do a. Do you want to take a few minutes break though?
I feel like if we're gonna do this, we've got a motor on, like literally,
I mean, that's cool. I do need to pee though, so.
No pee allowed. Hold it.
Okay, I'll just sit on my chair like a man.
Hold it.
Right, hang on. If I sit in a certain way, it won't.
Oh okay, my word.
Do you know what? Do you know what song I'm amazed we haven't actually sung yet?
Enter Sandman by Metallica.
1 for the money and the free ride. It's 2 for the lies that you denied. All rise. All rise. I rest my case.
I'll tell you what. Seeing as we've taken like a minute since we said we're gonna go straight on, so I will indulge in a pee break.
I'll indulge in Fel's gross biological requirements.
Folks, we're back in a couple of minutes, so stay tuned. We'll literally be right back.
so I can be like, oh, oh. Is that Kevin Clarkson? Oh, I was thinking of a difference. Since you've been gone. So tell me what you did, what you really, really did. I wanna kill. I don't know what to do about that. Jeremy, they can't hear you.
Yeah, that happens.
Can you hear him now?
Could you
You
hear?
muted yourself.
Could you hear? I tell you what. You know what? I'm gonna repeat this as though it's not happened. So, Claire, I believe some song lyrics have been posted in chat. Would you like to recite them?
I will. I'll do one better, Jeremy. I'll sing them in a way that hopefully doesn't peak out Discord. So tell me what you did, what you really, really did. I'll tell you what I did. I wanna, really, really, really wanna. Did it cut out again?
You went, what you what, really, really hear what you...
Fuck this, I'm leaving. Bye.
Oh, freaking heck. Oh, wow, they literally have. Well, that's awkward. It's just me again. All right, well, there you go. Double me. This is what happens.
What?
Hang on, I've got to figure out the strings. I wasn't expecting you to leave so suddenly.
Oh, Jeremy! Sorry, Jeremy, I don't normally leave that quickly. And clearly it went a bit wrong. Apologies. Resetting it does help, though, so...
Because Discord is nothing if not helpful. Right, okay.
Right.
Nani? Yep, double Jeremy. No one wants that. With that being said, onward we go to trial.
Yeah, let's do it. We're gonna finish this and we're gonna put the murderer in fucking jail. Because, spoiler alert, Claire can't remember exactly how this works out.
I just saved again, didn't I? Alright, well, let's just carry on.
Well, it's good to be sure. And it's hip to be square.
It's only been 2 hours in that courtroom.
Okay? Sound everything okay in the chat? Let me know, because we've obviously been away and we've come back and Jeremy muted himself and all that shenanigans.
Yeah, to be fair, that was me. Because that was me trying to be thinking, oh, in case I make a weird sound, I should mute myself, to be fair. And then, of course, what didn't I do? Unmute myself.
I feel like you deny us your weird sounds. I just let them loose on the world. Let's go! Let's go! Is it really true about my aunt?
Yes, she's a bitch.
She's a dick. There's one thing about this that is frustrating, and I will get when we finish the case, Jeremy. I'll tell you what it is.
I'm afraid so, Maya. There's no way Enid could have killed Dr. Grey by herself. And under the circumstances, there's no one else other than your Aunt Morgan, unless it was Pearl.
Ah, because we knew where Pearl was. That's terrible. Why? Why would my aunt...
Power.
I think that's Von Karma. Everything is going just as I predicted, Herr Phoenix, right?
It's either Von Karma or Morgan.
Yeah, and Von Karma calls you Mr. Phoenix, right? Oh, she's so hot. Ah, it's Von Karma! Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to take revenge on Nick? Has she actually said that's why? I don't think it is.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the chat. Mona said, if you can't take me at my weird sounds, you don't deserve me.
I did a TikTok a few days ago, Jer, which is basically when you put things on TikTok, it's got quite a good AI system that does the captions for you, and they're pretty decent. So, but it then allows you to go through and like fix things that are slightly wrong due to how fast you speak or your weird British accent. And I said at one point, so then you have to deal with it, or you're like, and the way I subtitled it was, so you have to deal with it, so you're in brackets weird neurodivergent noise, because that was the best way I could think of to put in what that noise was, other than just a collection of consonants. But yes, Nick had nothing to do with what happened to your dad. Don't you have something better to be worrying about?
Like your life.
Say, your own situation?
I wasn't far off.
Oh! Looking down on me, even though we're the same age. And you're probably shorter.
Are you done yet? You've caused me enough pain and suffering.
Oh, boo-hoo. Not yet. My goal is to defeat you and let the whole world know of your defeat.
You're literally like Seto Kaiba. Literally.
That's mean.
Okay. Barring...
We don't... Put it this way. We don't know what her motivation is. We've assumed it's revenge for us... What's the naming? Getting her dad put in jail forever, right?
Okay. Let me rephrase. You're like Seto Kaiba at the very start of Yu-Gi-Oh!
But the point is, we don't know. You remember when we started and Edgeworth was kind of, we hated him? Then we were like, this guy's awesome.
Oh no, I get that. But what I'm saying is, we don't
know what her motivation is because she hasn't told us.
Oh no, and that's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying at the start of Yu-Gi-Oh! Because we don't know anything about Kaiba.
When we find out more about Kaiba, we just hate him more.
But even if you do that, it won't bring your father back.
Not only is she not telling you her motivation, she's also not refuting our guesses. Huh, whatever. She's deliberately not engaging. In the meantime, let's bring this match to its conclusion. Then we'll know who the real winner is.
The people.
Von Karma, could you stop eating Cheez-Its for 1 second while you're talking? 9!
Here we go.
Oh, guess who's still on the stand?
Court will now reconvene, Mr. Wright. Oh, sorry, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Can you prove Ms. Eeny Miny had a motive? Yes, I believe I can. After this commercial break. In hindsight, I should have run an ad during that break, but there you go.
Can we do that?
I think I can manually do that somehow.
I'll say I've never seen an ad.
Eeny Miny and Dr. Gray have only one point of connection.
Meaning?
And that is the car accident 1 year ago. The motive I'm looking for must be there. Ms. Miny, please testify to the court about your car accident last year.
Huh? I thought, you wanted to, ask about my, motive. No, you must have said motor. I'm sorry, I misheard you. I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past. You were in a courtroom testifying about things that happened in the past. It's very hard to testify about things that haven't happened yet.
Ms. Miny, if you please.
Okay. I totally don't think it'll do any good, but... Okay, here we go.
Last year's accident.
That was last year in May.
I already hate her again, Jesus Christ.
I'm just amazed by the power I have over you. Just by doing this voice, you're like, I'm so angry. Something really bad happened at my sister's clinic around then. The night of the accident, my sis was totally tired when she was driving. I mean, I know nurses. That is just something that happens. Mm-hmm. I was totally pooped too. So I fell asleep in the passenger seat. Oh shit. I woke up because of a jolt and I must a sea of flames around me. What's gonna be funny now? I opened the door and got away.
I think I've heard of this incident. It was all the talk on the tabloid shows day after day last year.
Why, you got nothing else to do?
Yes, and there was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister? Ah!
Those are merely rumors, totally baseless gossip.
Yes. Mr. Wright, you may question the witness.
Okay. Right now, it's impossible to prove. Oh, screen.
Sorry.
Mr. Dr. Gray did, in fact, drug Miss Miney's sister. It's true.
Yeah, which means I'll have to work this from another angle.
Below. What does that mean? I don't know.
An obtuse angle.
Or an acute angle.
Okay, so that was last year
Right,
in May.
so that was right. Okay, so
So that was last year in
okay,
May.
yeah, that's true. We know that's true.
Yeah, because I don't see any reason to press on that.
Yeah.
Something really bad happened.
Yep, there were 14 people who died or
Yeah,
whatever.
so
That's true also.
yeah, so that was the malpractice thing. The night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while driving.
Jeremy, as a driver,
Yes.
if you were in a car with someone else who could drive, and you were really tired, like really tired to the point that you might crash, would you not even consider getting them to drive?
Yeah, 100%.
Or not driving?
Yeah, or at least pulling over somewhere.
So push her on that.
She was totally tired. You mean it?
Totally tired, actually.
She was totally tired.
Very good.
You mean exhausted?
Like, she had to talk to the police and like was being investigated like every day. It was like a totally terrible situation.
It's no wonder then that the car accident happened, huh? Harder.
Press harder. No. Press.
So then, why didn't you ask to switch places?
Huh? Like, what are you talking about?
I mean, switch drivers. If your sister was so tired, then you should have switched with her, even though you already said you were really tired yourself and fell asleep, because, you know, oxygen and whatnot.
Yeah, but I mean, whereas her sister had been like exhausted to the bone by work and being interrogated,
Exactly.
she didn't have that. I know I agree with you, Jeremy.
Yeah,
I don't think
literally.
it should have been anywhere, but you know, this is where we are.
True.
I'm like, I don't like a driver's license.
I mean, that was the other thing that crossed my brain, is does she even have a license? But there, at that
She
point,
does.
then pull over.
She does, because do you know how we know she has one?
Because the freaking dude stole the photo. You know
That's
what this?
right.
You know what
She
this
had
means?
that photo taken for her license.
You know what this means?
What?
Bullshit.
What was that hand motion you just made?
Bullshit.
Oh, is it the bullshit button?
Bullshit.
I'm gonna get you a
Bullshit.
bullshit button.
I mean, I could try and add the sound effect of that, but you know, I've only got enough for so many.
I don't want to give our audience the ability to yell the word bullshit across our screen at any point, because they'll never
It could have been done once a stream or something.
Yeah, they just drown us out with yelling bullshit, and they'd be right to. This is news to me. I was not aware you didn't have your license, Ms. Miney. You fucking drove us here! What?
Ms. Miney, please amend your testimony.
Oh, my God's sake. Like, okay, anyway.
Okay.
So, hang on a second.
I mean, when she brings up the license, surely that's when I go, present, here's your driver's license photo.
Yeah, because apparently the way that she adds this in is not the way they normally do it, which is to kind of add it to the statement you were just talking about.
Alright.
And she puts it at the end.
All
So when she mentions it at the end, when she mentions the license, present the license photo.
Opened the door and got away. Didn't have my license. Bullshit! Presenting...
It has to be the license photo, that's it.
Licence photo.
License photo.
Ms. Miney, that was a lame lie just now. Oh, burn, sick burn!
Are you being ableist to me? Like, what do you mean?
I know you had a license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of guessing a driver's license. What is the meaning of this, Ms. Miney?
Meaning is I fucking lied. That's right.
Is she gonna say, oh, I totally forgot?
She picks up a hat and just loads of license photos. I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, fucking shit. Yeah, I had a license, but...
A license to kill.
A license to kill.
It's a license
to
kill.
Oh, actually, we don't need to prosecute you because apparently you're a secret agent and you're going to be killed by the opposing faction anyway. Right, court adjourned.
It's a license to kill. Great song. Great film actually as well. Anyway.
I didn't get it until after the accident. Well, we didn't have the truth.
No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident because the dude at the hospital nicked it from you while you were there.
Because they used it to fucking put your face back together. Which is not how surgery works.
Director Hottie, or the guy pretending to be him anyway, said so.
Or the guy who's probably killed him and wearing his skin because he seems to know everything about it. What are you talking about? What? Are you talking about the perverted fake clinic doctor?
Yes. That perverted
No? No one cares. Sorry, I'm having to jump around between voices too much. When did you receive your driver's license? Your Führerschein, which is a great word, by the way. Führerschein. Last November. So that is...
After the accident?
5 months after the accident.
Yeah.
That can't be true.
What? November?
The accident happened last May. Stop saying half year. I'm going crazy. You're going crazy over Eni. I'm going crazy over the fact that nobody seems to know the fucking phrase 6 months in this game. So that's a half year lapse in time, Herr Phoenix Hyde.
Time is relative in this game.
Time is made up.
What in the... That's what happened, Mr.
Oh, he's
Wright.
mocking you! He's mocking you! How rude.
At the time of the accident, Ms. Miney, excuse me, I thought that was a cough, it turned into a yawn. Ms. Miney did not have a driver's license.
Shit, they're right. We can't prove it. She took the photo. Good night, Stitcher. Hope you're okay. She took the photo to be made into a driving license, but what with all the accident stuff, she probably hadn't got round to doing it yet.
So the license are probably in her possessions license, or the photo was probably
in her
possession.
You know when you send off for a passport and shit, you got to fill in all the forms. I reckon that's it. Yeah. Cry and my VIP full of comedy. I would tie a box of Kleenex to the end.
Anyway, without a license, the witness and her sister could not have switched drivers legally. But if you're twins, you would not know the difference. There you go.
Well, they aren't twins, are they? They don't look the same.
I know.
I'm glad you get it, but even if I had my license, I don't think my sis would have let me drive. Well, let's not even get into the whole point of were you insured on that vehicle, because obviously not. Don't just stand there humming to yourself.
Not you too, Mia, with the whip and the pain and ow!
Did she whip you? Ms. Miney, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive anyway? And that's because...
I think the situation calls for a more detailed testimony. Ms. Miney, if you please.
Oh, how annoying. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to be mean.
Bullshit.
Okay, here we go. Around that time, I was, really close to getting my license. My sis was, this totally big fan of cars and, really valued them. She, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sport car. It was like super flammable. Sorry, that was tasteless. She like would say things like, "No way am I letting a noob drive my car," and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm so pwned." No. When you were talking about earlier about seeing things unusual and shit, I kept looking for the unusual corpse sound effect, and I was like, I can't do that because that's like the follow one, and I'm like, shit, I'm already following. So like that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night too.
I could probably just play. It'll look weird on screen, but I could probably just do
it.
it.
It's just like it goes over your face, and that makes me laugh.
That's why it's a special occasion, isn't it? All right. So basically, it's a new car. You're a noob. No chance.
Yeah, she hasn't got her license. She was close to getting it, but she hadn't got it.
She was on provisional. I see. A bright red car for sports.
No, that's not.
Now then, the defense may question the witness.
Okay, I've just realised something. The judge, in his senility, has just made me realise something. Why is it called a sports car?
It might be a car you more associate with a sporting endeavour.
I know, but you know the term sports car. You know what it means when someone says a sports car, right? They're driving a sports car.
I have like an image of what that might represent.
Where does the sport come into it? Why do we say sports car?
I'm gonna be honest, Claire, I don't know.
Sorry, I just wondered if you would, because obviously you generally know more about sports than I do.
I mean, the thing is, though, when it comes to cars, the thing is, though, for me, when I think about cars, my first question is, do I fit in it?
That's
the prosecution rests onward. I'm not terribly knowledgeable about cars, but
very, very quick. I'm sorry, but I need to tell you because this is something that I've like. So it's apparently a very British term, but whatever. It didn't exist before the First World War, which kind of makes sense because cars weren't really around that much before the First World War. That would have been pre-1914. But why are they called sports cars? A sports car, says Wikipedia, is a type of car that is designed with the emphasis on dynamic performance. I think I've got it.
So it's like fuel injection turbo mufflers or whatever.
Yeah, it's a car where the actual... This is going to sound really weird and nerdy, but the stats are more important than anything else. So it's not technically a car that would be used in any sport specifically.
It's like tuning up. It's like the Gran Turismo element. Like, how do you tune up your car a bit and whatnot?
Yeah, so apparently the definition of what makes a sports car is a bit flexible, but it kind of just became a bit of a catch-all term. Because I know that there's fish that are described as sport fish, and the reason I think they were described that way is because they are associated.
In my life.
Really? You've never heard of the phrase sport fish? I think it's because they are associated with fishing more than anything. So if you're going to go and do maybe like fishing for proper, like big fish, they're considered almost game, if that makes sense. So I'm just imagining that in the world of cars, and I could not make it work in my head at all. Yeah, so there we go. Sports car is just a general catch-all term. Doesn't really have anything to do with sports, but I just wondered because I was like, oh.
Fair.
Okay, so she's repeating this. So I was really close to getting my license. Okay, I think we're not going to win on pushing her about this because even though Mossfox says in the chat, just fucking show us the license. I get the feeling that for some reason, even now, that wouldn't help. So we're not going to push her on that one.
Totally a big fan of cars and
anime. There's thousands of fishing anime out there. Yeah, okay, we can't really prove or disprove that.
She just got in this really shiny, bright red sports car.
Okay, push her on that. Why not? Let's do it.
Was the car actually red?
I'm saying, Lani, why is it called a sports car?
Was the car actually red?
It was red. Well, from what we've seen.
All right.
Let's just press.
It was a new car?
Yeah. She had like just done it. It was like from the UK. Oh, that's interesting.
So it was probably a Fiat Panda then or something, I don't know.
When did this game come out?
Why did this game go out?
Or an MGB or something.
Hang on a minute. Justice for All, is that what it's called?
I mean, I don't know cars. Like, again, do I fit in it?
No, I'm just going to see what was the top-selling sports car the year this came out. 2002. 2002 top-selling car UK. I mean, if it wasn't a sports car, it would have been a fucking Ford Focus.
To be fair, I said Fiat Panda. To be fair.
Okay, hang on.
I mean, at that point in time, I think my car would have been a Hyundai 1.3 Coupe SI.
So apparently, the top, according to the AI overview, which, you know, trust that as much as you want to, the top-selling sports car in the UK in 2002 was the MG-TF.
I did say MG, to be fair.
You did? I thought you said GM or GB.
I think I said MGB because I think that's the car my dad had, or my stepdad had. Anyway.
And it is a very nice looking little car. You don't see many of them around.
And I can assure you, I don't fit in it.
Yes, I cannot even envision you in this car, Jeremy. In my mind, you're the length of this car.
Put it this way, my stepdad's car of that was a soft top, and I could only get in it with the roof down.
I showed you that thing of that comically tiny, like, roadster where they put like their 7-foot friend in it, and he's driving it like crumpled up like an accordion. But the funniest thing is, because it's got no roof, he's over the top of the windscreen.
That's me.
So he's literally looking over the windscreen, getting like bugs in his eyes. Like, this is awful.
This is literally.
I hate this.
This is literally my life.
Oh, as someone in the chat said, the judge doesn't believe in the UK.
The UK? Were those her boyfriend's initials?
But the judge does believe in Joe Hendry, apparently. And it was a really special model. She waited for a whole year for it to arrive. Sorry,
that was a delayed reaction.
Melly, don't mention clown cars. You'll accidentally bring the next chapter closer, and nobody wants that.
All I'm going to say is smart cars are incredibly roomy, and I intend to get one day. I guess her love of cars would be the next obvious topic. I really don't know anything about cars. Relatable, Phoenix.
You just like us for real.
But I had a feeling this was bound to come up.
Bound? Like Earthbound?
Your Honor.
Your Honor, what the fuck is a car?
Please have the witness append what she just said to her testimony.
You don't have to imagine it, Mel. You just need to watch that episode of The Simpsons where Nelson goes, ha ha, at that guy in the car, and then he just unfolds and goes, you find something funny about me and my automobile? This is the largest car I can afford.
You mean the part about it being a special import car? Gonna pull your pants down and everyone can laugh at you.
In fairness, that part of that sketch makes it not okay.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
The first bit was really funny. The second bit was like, I think this man should be in jail.
Let's all laugh at him like he laughs at all of us.
Ha ha, ha ha. Sorry, Justin.
Well, if you like cars that much, then that's not
marry
my
one.
point, Judgy. Though, to be honest, I don't know what the point is either. Ms. Miney, would you please fix your testimony?
Sure, whatever. Right, before you continue. Right. How did she say she escaped the car? Can you remember?
She crawled out of it.
Which door did she crawl out of?
One would assume the passenger door.
Yes. Hang on, I've scrolled too far. Have a look at newspaper clipping 2. I think it actually mentioned some details in that.
Last night, 2 women's car crashed on a highway centre divide. One of the women was not able to escape the flaming wreckage and died on site. Investigation revealed that the driver had fallen asleep at the wheel. Turn
I
it
got
to
totally tired and got off to sleep, and then there was this crash, and like I woke up in a huge sea of flames, and I was like still half asleep.
The
I
right
opened the right
door.
door and got the right door.
What side do they drive on?
It doesn't matter what side they drive on.
Well, it will do, because if they crash into a center reservation, it makes a big difference.
Well, in Japan they drive on the left like we do. But it's the car that's the important thing. What's the next page? So, here we go. If it's Miney to believe, the one driving a car was Mimi Miney. So this is the thing, right? This is the thing that I don't understand.
Well, if we need to go back and forth a few times, I'm not fussed about it. So if we need to
Wait a second. Hang on a second. Wait. Go to page 2 again. Oh no, yeah. So it says here she opened the right door.
Yep.
The right door of a UK car is the driver's side. The left-hand side is the passenger side.
Oh, I hadn't even thought of that in this context. So that's a good shout.
My brain was having trouble dealing with it as well. I don't know why it doesn't say right-hand door, but she means the right door. So if she had got out of the right door...
Yeah, sorry, I took it to mean the other way around, as in she got out of the right door because they're in Japan, we assume, and they probably drive on the other side. I don't remember.
No, they don't. They drive on the same side as us.
But is there...
And also, then we don't know that we are in Japan.
Well, anyway, that aside, I hadn't factored in the UK car bit, the steering wheel being on the UK side.
Well, that's why they've gone to such a big point to prove that it was a UK import. So we need to present, against what she's just said, that news clipping.
What, now or in a second?
Right now.
Ms. Miney.
So she's clearly lying, or something's weird.
Motherfuckers, Japan drives on the correct side of the road, the same as us.
They do drive on the left, see? You should listen to me.
Yeah, but again, I couldn't remember what side their steering wheel was on, though. Because
it's the same side as ours, because they drive on the
left. There are
left.
some countries where they drive on the other side, but the wheel is different, or vice versa.
Are you sure?
I genuinely swear.
I'm going to look that up. Later.
Thank you. Do you remember this article?
Look at this article!
Read the text, it'll make you laugh. You lied. You lied. It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. Quote unquote. Do you want to read it?
But I opened the right door and like got out.
That's correct, isn't it?
Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that?
Answer the question. Your Honour, which side is the passenger's seat on a UK car?
Oh, he'll say it wrong first.
The left.
Oh, this is where
right?
This is where we find out which side it is in this country, because he'll say that.
All right. Well, sorry, I'd rather.
Yeah, so they have it the same way around as Europe.
It's
and,
on the right
America.
side, of course, because the driver's side is on the left. That would be if it were an American car, but it would be the opposite in a British car.
So they're saying they're in America. Okay.
America.
America.
Opposite?
Yeah, the driver's in the boot of an English car. Didn't you know that?
The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side.
Ah!
Gunshot by the sound of it.
She wouldn't have thought of that either, because she's from Germany and they have the same layout cars as America do.
What do you mean by this?
Hey, it's not my fault the Brits are so weird.
Ms. Miney, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car.
I mean, in fairness, she didn't say that, because if she had, we probably would have caught on quicker.
But if you were sitting there, then that means you were in the driver's seat.
So she did let her drive. Ah!
Order! 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 Ah!
Her Phoenix Wright is blabbering nonsense again.
I think you're fine, actually. I'm not.
Mimi says the person who was driving was her older sister, Mini Miney.
Yeah, people lie! Figure it out! That is what Eni said, yes. But that is where her story falls apart. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions.
Phoenix, it looks like you finally found the real root of this murder. Route 66!
Da 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 da. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eni or Mimi?
Mimi.
Who was really driving that night? What did I say?
Mimi.
Eni or Mimi? Thank you. Who I had a blue screen. I just couldn't process that at all. Just knocked the mic. Everything's going Pete Tong.
How recycled your own brain. Mothfox is having like a one-man karaoke party in the comments, and I love him for it.
So, who was really driving that night? I think it's fair to say it was Eni.
Well, if Eni was in the passenger seat...
Well, she wasn't. She was in the driver's seat.
Wait, hang on, what's the question? Who was driving?
Eni. The one in court on the witness stand right now.
I'm so confused.
So.
Okay, right, go again.
So. We've just determined that they're driving the British car. The driver's side door will be on the right.
Yep.
This, is, of course, now is going against the perception of everything before it, because no one had considered the British car changes the whole dynamic of the entire story. Eni said she wasn't driving, but now we've got reason to believe she was if she got out the right side door. So now we're asking who was really driving that night, and based on that, you would logically think Eni, unless they're going to say, oh no, actually, I crawled over my unconscious sister's body and then let her burn.
Wait, no, hang on. Wait, there's something we've missed. Give me a second.
Oh, God.
No, hang on. Let me just quickly check, because we can't check the evidence now because we've gone out of it.
We can? Court record.
Oh, can we? Okay, go and look at the newspaper articles. I want to see them both. The driver had fallen asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, so Eni fell asleep and woke up.
Keep going. Okay. What about the other one? The other newspaper article we've got.
That's all I could look at. I can't go into it.
Oh, okay, that's the other one. Okay, Jeremy, I'm gonna let you choose the answer that makes logical sense.
Okay. I mean, based on the evidence...
I don't think that has proven that the driver is the one that was killed.
No, because it wouldn't have been the driver that was killed. It would have been the passenger that was killed.
Right.
That's how I'm taking this.
Yeah, well, you're taking it as very logical. Let's do it.
I mean, you flatter me. We'll see in a minute. A few moments later, shit!
Brace for impact, chat.
And the answer is Eni Miney, of course.
Why would you? It doesn't make any sense.
Why would you say that? Ms. Eni Miney just said so herself in her testimony. She said that she escaped the car from the right side door,
She did
which
say that.
would have been where the driver's seat was.
Ah! I'm inclined to feel sorry for a foolish fool who foolishly spends his time foolishly.
Why is this foolish?
Well, she'll tell us. At that time, Miss Eni Miney had not yet received her driver's license.
Dude, people drive illegally all the frickin' time. And that is why the accident happened.
I'm sorry, you're not accident-proof if you get your... Hold it, Phoenix! Looks like you still don't see the real truth behind the accident.
Oh, can someone just tell me?
Oh yeah, they will.
The real truth?
Think outside the box. Isn't that what we always say?
What, was she like skateboarding behind or something? I don't know. All right, one more time. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. It was Eni!
If you select Eni again, you will go round again the exact same way.
The answer is the one person who had her driver's license, Mimi Miney. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive.
You sound so fucking dumb with this, Jeremy.
But you just said the
Yeah, I'm with you,
witness,
Judge.
Ms. Eni Miney, was the one in the driver's seat. Fuck. Which leads us on to the next question.
Next question. Everybody said that.
Who is the person standing? I fucking said this hours ago. Holy. I need to.
Guys, do you know how hard it was for me to keep a straight face when Jeremy basically explained exactly how this had happened as a joke? I had to tell him he was crazy. Literally, you can go back in the VOD and watch this. You can watch it. He goes, "Oh, let me guess. It's not really her. It's her sister." And she, and I was just there like, literally, fucking nearly died. It was amazing. So that's why I was confused, because the guide doesn't explain that. It just says, let me read you what the guide says. Okay, so you can see why I was confused. Right. So it says, this is what the guide says, Jeremy. You ready?
Okay.
This leaves one question. Who was really driving the car? You are given a choice. If Eni was in the passenger seat, then it would have to be Mimi Miney. Right?
Alright.
So Eni was in the driver's seat and escaped. But Mimi was driving the car, yet was killed. Now, you tell me that that isn't the equivalent of a fucking, like, modem startup noise of a sentence. That doesn't make sense. The second sentence, so Eni was in the driver's seat and escaped, but Mimi was driving the car yet was killed. That doesn't make sense at all. At all. So I was just there like, what? I knew the right answer. I was just like, what?
I guess the only thing I can think of, I feel so vindicated.
You were joking, though.
I was joking. 1,000,000%. I had no idea how the story was going to go.
Yeah, because I knew that, like, if you weren't joking, you would have been like, oh, hang on, there's an idea. But you literally were joking. It was so funny.
The only thing I can think of is they're trying to present this like Phoenix had figured it out.
Oh, absolutely. And you absolutely, I don't think you are supposed to figure it out.
But the problem is, it doesn't, the way it's presented doesn't translate itself that way on screen.
It doesn't. But it's like Charlie said, I don't think you're supposed to get it right the first time because they don't penalize you.
Yeah.
I think if maybe you kept trying to pick Eni and it eventually would be like, fucking stop that.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, there's two choices. Two choices, you know? You're gonna have to pick one or the other. Both of them. You're gonna have to try both of them eventually. So. What sort of idiotic rules is this, Herr Phoenix, right?
Oh, you should have taken the win while you had it, Von Karma.
Isn't that always the way? This witness's name. This witness's name is.
I'll tell you what her name really is. The witness's real name is.
Oh God, it takes off half your health if you get this wrong.
Mimi Miney.
Imagine if you stuttered and it's like, oh, that's it, guilty!
Oh, right. Should we go with it then?
Hang on. Yes.
Her name is Mimi Miney, deceased. Mimi Miney. That is your real name.
Was fully terrible. But then how do you explain her appearance?
Well... oh, desk smashing. Yeah, this actually now starts to make a lot of sense. Because...
What a
if
lot.
she was...
A bit.
Well, in the sense of why would she have a photo of her sister? Because she probably have a photo of her sister on her. And then it'd be like... that'd be like the photo they probably just used to start reconstructing. But in my head, this is...
I think she gave them the photo, did she not?
Maybe, but that's probably why she said, make me look like this. As opposed to her, like...
Yes.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. The witness had severe facial burns when she was admitted into the hospital. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, the surgeons used a picture.
I don't think this is how this works. Facial reconstruction surgery?
This is the picture she gave to her doctors at the time.
With her, like, mostly shredded hand. Like, take my good hand.
That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister.
Oh!
But Mimi Miney, she died in the car accident. That's what everyone thought.
Because that's the not crazy option.
However, that was not the case. This is the case.
Since the body they found is the crash site.
That was the body of the real Eenie Miney.
So you've been wishing death on her so hard, Jeremy, it went back 20 years and killed her for you.
Isn't that right, Ms. Mimi Miney? Is it red? Is it red?
Yeah, it's red. It's always been red.
That's not red.
It was red in the beginning bit when you see it driving.
But the bonnet is currently red. That's about it. But that car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Eenie Miney. Her sister, Mimi, then stole her face. Yoink, got your face. And was reborn as Eenie. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Miney from existence.
This is dumb. Your Honor, this is dumb.
I was going to say.
Your Honor, what the fuck? I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray.
What do you...
What is the meaning of this nonsense?
Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Miney. However, that would not have been possible, because Mimi Miney was still, in fact, alive. And the fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. Oh, sorry. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs.
And that's why she had to kill Dr. Turner Gray? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yup.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's Little John. Yeah. What do you think, Little John? Yeah.
Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead.
When? When did you talk to her?
And in that moment, I don't know, his fate was sealed.
What the fuck?
Well, Ms. Eenie...
Ah! Why did you say my name just now? Oh, hang on. Oh, okay. This is going to be mean, isn't it?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, Goodbye, Airhead. Hello, something else.
I was trying to edge towards the voice I was going to use for Mimi. Hang on, let me try. Looks like I've been unmasked. Witness? That's right. I admit it. My real name is Mimi Miney.
She looks so chilled compared to the rest of the game.
That quack doctor. He got what he deserved in the end. I was so close to finally ditching Mimi, too. So close.
But why? Why would you go so far as to throw away yourself?
It's called identity theft, genius.
To become your own sister. I mean, based on what we've heard, she was getting hounded by the police, the press, people, everything because of what happened at the hospital. I hate to say
why wouldn't you want to just
I kind of
start
understand
again?
why she took an opportunity. Yeah. I hate to say it.
It's an absolutely batshit situation that allowed us to do that, but honestly, yeah.
I'm not saying it was the right thing to do, but...
Oh no, no.
I think I understand why. Mimi Miney wanted her old self to disappear because of this, I assume. Newspaper clipping 1.
The medical malpractice, yeah.
Newspaper clipping 1! Don't know what that was.
I'm not having to use the guide at all, by the way, Jeremy. I don't do this, but... That's about the malpractice incident.
Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse.
She has a scream that kills people.
A nurse.
You really shouldn't have been a nurse, frankly. That's the problem.
A nurse by the name of Mimi Miney. Also, can we take a moment to appreciate the dude in the top right corner asleep? He's currently in a very awkward position.
On his line! He's lying on his line!
Yeah, literally, like, I'm pretty sure that's not how that's meant to work.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, right? You know?
And then it's literally going into that very specific part of his back.
Malpractice happening before our very eyes.
Yes, you remember they had that thing called the Scream Killer? Well, turns out that Mimi Miney was a literal Scream Killer. She killed people by screaming.
Charlie said he's scratching his bum.
He's like, I'm so itchy due to the fact my line isn't curing my infection.
That's right. The person standing before us today... Oh, sorry, that's right. The person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mishap, Mimi Miney had a car accident.
So it was an accident. She didn't just murder someone, to be clear. Well, she did, but not this person.
But like we said a minute ago, it's like literally she just took an opportunity and went, you know
this
what?
was an insane opportunity.
Yeah. In which she lost her younger sister. Which I guess then that means that when they probably recovered the body and tried to do like tests to find out who it was.
Well, that's the thing. Why would they have even questioned it?
Yeah, it would have just been the family bloodline.
Well, no, they can still tell because like DNA is different, but like they wouldn't have had a reason to do a proper thingy autopsy.
Yeah, because you have.
I mean, if they did now, they'd find proof.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd find proof, but there's no reason to question it. So timing couldn't have been worse.
14 patients dying in that incident, and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear.
I found a way for myself to escape it all. The only way.
She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance. Her chance to throw away her past and start a new life as her sister. Unbelievable. A plan beyond my wildest imagination.
And I once imagined ham that was blue.
That would be bad for you.
That jerk. Only he hadn't thought of that channeling mumbo jumbo. You literally saw it happen, but okay. Oh, wait, no, she didn't.
Mumbo jumbo?
Jumbo mumbo. Becoming Amy has been the most horrible experience in the world. She sucks! Spirit channeling, the occult. I hate it. I hate it all!
I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here, such as... How does...
This word jumble! Why? Where is 3 down?
Someone please help me with this crossword.
Is anyone here good at Sudoku? Sorry. Spoiler, I'm terrible at Sudoku. I can't do it.
I like the DS one because it would tell me when I was wrong, unless I turned that feature off, in which case I was crap. Why did Ms. Miney choose to go with such a complicated plan? And why did Ms. Morgan Not Le Fay agree to help her execute it? Regardless, I believe one thing has been made crystal clear. This entire case was batshit.
Say it real loud for the people at the back. Judge!
The innocence of the defendant, Maya Fey.
That's right. This is stupid. This is preposterous. Yeah, I kind of feel bad for Francisco in this.
Foil again if it wasn't for these cockamangy cases. But the thing is, though, she brought it upon herself because she had the win and went, you know what? I'll give you a lifeline.
That's happened before. I'm sure
Yeah.
Edgeworth and Von Karma both did that as well, and it always comes back to bite them in the ass. It's been perfect! Me, Francisco Von Karma.
I'm going to enjoy the news tonight, Ms. Von Karma. How about you? It's going to be broadcast all over the world, right? Your defeat, that is. Ah!
I am still on. Oh god! Stop! I'm Von God for good measure! I may go to jail now. Oh my god, she killed him. Phoenix! Hang in there, Phoenix! Phoenix! Didn't she knock us out at the end of the last one as well? I feel to recall.
Yeah.
So she knocked us out. Just caught as a fraud! A sham! Fucking stupid!
Now then. Now that's done with. It looks like it'll be some time before Mr. Right regains consciousness.
Oh, he won't get to enjoy this.
So I will go ahead and pronounce the verdict.
I'll pronounce it strangely.
Not
Guilty.
guilty.
Oh, the Phoenix isn't there! He's just like gone!
That is all. This court is adjourned. Smack.
Oh, I'm on the wrong page.
3:13 p.m.
Congratulations, Maya. Sis? Aww. Is this the first time they've seen each other?
I think so, yeah.
Aww.
I'm pretty sure it's the first time we've seen them together maybe since the start of Ace Attorney 1.
Well, they've always been separated by the fact that Maya's usually in jail.
Mm.
Because you can't stop that woman from crime. And it's good to see you, Maya. How are you doing? Sis! I didn't kill anyone, did I? No, you didn't. It was all just a dream. Really fucking shit dream. A really, a really bad dream. Written by some crazy writers. You know, sis? In my dream, I smelled a really familiar scent. Poop. A familiar scent? Was it poop? I was inside that clothing box, right? That box. That was the box you used to store your clothes in a long time ago. That's right.
I'm assuming he's all beat up, so there is still one question. There is still one thing I don't quite get.
What's that? It's like he's not talking to them, he's talking to the wall because he can't see. It's like, so Mia is like, that's a plant. What's going on?
What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I mean, we broke in because we heard a gunshot.
I think Mimi Miney had planned to open the door to her chamber herself. And then you and Lotta would have witnessed quite a scene. A possessed Maya Fey who had just committed a murder.
She had it planned down to the smallest detail, but how did the clothes and the key end up in the incinerator, we'll never know.
Nick!
Congrats, Maya.
Thanks! Looks like you bailed me out of another jam! Jam.
Well, you know.
But I really don't want something like this to happen ever again. Stop murdering people then! What? Nothing.
Hmm?
I'm fine because I have you to help me out, Nick. But every time something happens, I lose someone special to me. First my sister, now my aunt. Hey Nick, tell me. Tell me why my aunt went and did something so horrible.
Power!
Why would she help Mimi Miney with a plan like that? I just don't understand it, Nick.
Maya, it's over. Why don't we just let it be?
Let it be, let it be. Nick, please, I need an answer.
The reason Morgan helped Mimi with her plan was... Where is she?
You
Yeah?
went past her. Oh, she's 8. Okay, alright.
You agree, though?
Yeah, absolutely. Hurley?
4 years from now, a new master will be born into Karain Village. And that person will be you, Maya.
But I've already been born.
But if you weren't there, then the main family's bloodline would disappear. And what would happen then?
The Branch family. My aunt.
No, Morgan's spiritual power is too weak. The next
Weak
person... Huh?
Sorry. Weak ass.
The next person would be Pearls.
Ah!
Everything was done for her sake. It was all so that Pearls would become the next master.
Yeah, I can see that.
Did Maya say something just now? I think that she was
That's a good
saying...
point, Charlie. Who is going to look after Pearls now?
I think she was saying I thought so.
If this girl can run like the distance from London to Salisbury in 2 hours, I don't think anyone's going to kill her.
Oh. Oh. Date and time unknown. Solitary confinement cell 13.
Someone going to have a villain laugh. Oh, it's Morgan. My precious Pearl. Colin, you are the only one suitable to be the master of Karain, dear child.
Precious.
Colin. I sacrificed it all for you. I helped that brainless nurse carry out her pretty pathetically motived murder, to be honest, and cooperated with that whip-happy prosecutor.
Whip-happy prosecutor.
Great name for an album.
Right.
It was all to unseat that annoying, witless main family girl. That Maya Fey.
I think you'll find, Morgan, that's Mystic Maya.
Oh, that would be so good if someone in the cell's like, excuse me, I think you'll find it's Mystic Maya. I
after she's been giving us all this fucking stuff about it. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Okay. Oh, what a surprise! It's Morgan.
I shall be patient, my dearest Pearl. A chance will prevent it. Your time will come.
The end of episode 2, Reunion and Turnabout. Next up, episode 3, Turnabout Big Top.
I just remembered I can't be on your stream anymore forever. Goodbye. Okay, Jeremy, we did it. We did it.
Yay.
That is a really fun, really good case. The next one isn't. But I think we can make it fun. Because there's a lot of very annoying characters in the next one, but I think we'll have fun with them. Okay. Yeah, it's... Oh, Charlie, you'll have to message me which one the one is that's worse. This chapter, the one coming up, Turnabout Big Top, is so universally disliked among fans. And it's a strange one because I think the guy who's mainly responsible for writing the stories and stuff of these games, it's one of his favourites. So that just goes to prove what a bloody weirdo he really is. And one of the most... Sorry, go on.
I was going to ask, in terms of, like, length of this chapter, like, how... I'd say how many streams you've been.
I don't think it's any longer than... Like, so this one we just did was 6 parts in all, and we did 2 parts of it tonight. So
technically seven segments, if you will.
No, there were 6.
Oh, okay.
So we've got part 1 investigation, part 2 1 trial, part 2 2 trial, part 3 investigation, part 4 1 trial, part 4 2 trial. That is 6, right? 1.
Oh, sorry, I was still counting episode 1. That's why in this. That's why, because that was its own standard individual chapter. That was in my head the way I've labelled the VODs. That's fine. Don't worry. Carry on.
Oh, well, the last Turnabout is actually 2 chapters. Because they're just both trials. Because that's like the tutorial, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the first proper chapter, and that was 6 chapters, six sections. The next one has the same number of sections. Okay. So I think all of the ones apart from the very last one, which I seem to recall is the one they added later. Am I getting confused?
So how many episodes are there originally in Ace Attorney 2 then?
When you say episodes,
so as in, like, this next one is episode 3, if you will.
Oh, there's 4.
Okay, so it's still 4 by default then.
I think so. The last one is called Farewell My Turnabout, and I'm not sure if it's like the first game where... No, this was originally in
there
here.
There are 4, aren't there, Charlie? Cheers. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I've seen this one played. This is the last one that I've seen the Let's Players who are playing through these games played up to the end of this one. Yeah, so it goes... The next one is Turnabout Big Top, then it's Farewell My Turnabout, and then that's the end of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Justice for All. Okay. Then the next game takes over, which is, I believe... Oh, I'm not good at this. What's the next one called?
Well, it's the third one, though, isn't it? So...
Yeah, there's 3 and there's a trilogy of them.
Big Witty Banter. I don't know. Big
Witty Banter! Oh, why is that so funny? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Before I do anything else, let me hit save.
So. The first game was the one that got added. Yeah, so there was a 5th case on the first game. Do you remember, Jared? We didn't play it.
Yeah, but that was the bonus case, right?
Yeah, because it's really super duper long and was added later. So yeah, I would say we are just under halfway through, if that makes sense. Because the first chapter is the
setup.
Is the tutorial, basically.
Yeah.
Oh god. Trials and Tribulations? Yeah, Trials and Tribulations is the third one.
Which makes sense for an
and that one has probably the same amount of things. But yeah, why'd you ask?
Oh no, it was more just trying to figure out, so the truth is, we probably talk about it off stream, but I guess it's that thing of, do we want to go straight on to episode 3 next time, or do we want to, like...
I don't know, Jer, what do you want to do? I mean, like, you should... What do people... I mean, I'm happy to take a break. I'm just really glad that you were okay with going through to the end on this one, because I feel like it was good to get it finished.
Agreed.
And I feel like stopping and having to wait a week until you found out the absolute
batshit twist in the end of that one would have annoyed the hell out of me. I don't know about you. Especially since you'd already said it. Although if you'd done it next week, maybe you'd have forgotten that you said it. No, I think you'd have remembered that, in fairness.
I remember weird stuff. But I don't have
so-
anything, so I'll just spitball this as we're going here, but I guess there's the thing of, you're more than welcome, Charlie, you're more than welcome. So,
You're welcome. I know, Charlie, you said you were going to sit out the next one, and I completely understand that.
Yeah. So,
kind of think,
my thinking is that, so, this is just me in, like, seasonal mode, but if we want to do anything spooky, we have to do it next Friday, because the week after Halloween's the day before our stream, and I'm also at a wedding. So our stream after so we have next week, which I can't think of what date is. Then our next one would be November the 1st.
I'll tell you what the date is when my.
So I guess it's, do we want to try and do anything quote unquote spookier, or do we want to just have a palate cleanser before we start, or do we want to just dive straight in?
Next week is the 25th of October.
Okay. Or do we want to just dive straight into this? Because I'm kind of game either way, but if there is a feeling of let's have like a week, for want of a better word, like a palate cleanser week, then.
So Charlie's saying that we should maybe give it a rest on Phoenix Wright and start Big Top after Halloween, and I'm cool with that. Because that would give us a 1 week period, because you're away on the 1st.
Oh no, I'll be here, but I would have been at a wedding. The only reason I know the date is because the wedding is on Halloween.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So the wedding is midweek.
The wedding is on the Thursday.
Oh, that's fair enough.
I would have had.
So we've got 2 weeks to do something spooky.
I would have had a lot of food.
We've got 2 weeks to do something spooky, and that's certainly, we could do something new. I mentioned a game to you before I went live today, still in like sound leveling mode, so maybe you didn't hear it. I guess it's all down to what kind of game. Spooky, obviously. Is there a kind of game you don't like?
I mean, probably, but what we'll do...
Yeah, probably. I bet we'll find out on this stream.
What we'll do, we'll go away and have a think, and we'll sort of... Either way, we'll have a stream next week, but it won't be Ace Attorney next week, and we'll try and make it sort of spooky-ish themed, be it fun, comedy, spooky, or actual scary spooky, we'll see.
Yeah, I've got an idea that might work. It's just the only thing that makes it possibly not feasible is that it would involve you having to... I mean, I could buy it for you. I mean,
ironically, your voice cut out when you said that, so you'll have to...
buy a new game.
I see.
And I don't want to make you have to buy a new game if you...
Oh my god, Charlie, the idea of an eeny-miny simulator is like a cursed idea, quite frankly.
Imagine if you could mod something so everything was like, oh, hi, Jeremy, how are you doing?
I want you to retract
I don't mean to, I know someone like that in real life.
I want you to retract that statement. I want that to have never been suggested.
Stenographer, read that back and destroy it.
I would delete that from the VOD if I could.
Jeremy, are you okay? You punched out a small child who was going Mighty Mo. Like, they had it coming.
Ah!
I heard you tripped someone just for wearing a beret. Well, they didn't wear a beret.
But yes, like I say, we'll have a think over the course of the next week, and we will determine exactly what we will do. But you know what else we need to do before we wrap up tonight? That is, of course...
2 things.
Oh, what was the other thing?
Raid Cliff, if you're still going.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that.
He might not still, he's probably done, to be honest.
But first of all, Claire, talk about you. Where can people find you?
I'm in my house underneath a blanket at most times. But you can find me using my link tree that Jeremy has kindly put into the chat just there. Thank you for enjoying my TED Talks. I was like, yeah, non-consensual TED Talks, that's what they are. They just happen whether you want them to or not. He finishes at 11. Cool, we've got 8 minutes. So yeah, come find me. I'm making fun stuff all over the place. Yeah, come find me. But Jeremy, you've been a busy bee recently. What is going on with you? Where can people find you?
Well, if you want to find me, I've got a linktree/Jeraffemy. That's where you can find links to all the various bits and bobs of me, but probably the more crucial ones to begin with It's reloading the page. Fine, fair dues, doing that. First of all, my YouTube channel, Jeraffemy. You can find unboxing videos on the disc-related videos for anime Blu-ray releases mainly. Hopefully, gonna start having some more videos now that I am more recovered, and scheduling-wise, I kind of know what to expect for the rest of the month. So I'm gonna try and get some unboxing videos and a few on-the-disc videos, hopefully on the go as well. Also, the Jeraffemy Plays YouTube channel, which is where you can find all the VODs of things we do. And if you want, for example, if you want to find recent VODs, including the one last week where we did the Psylocke on Eeny Miny, then you can, quite frankly. I'm gonna keep calling it that. I'm not gonna hit it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
But yeah, so those are probably the best things to be aware of when it comes to us. And now I shall prepare the raid.
Yeah, so he is wrapping up, but I've literally just said in the chat, should we raid Cliff at the end for funsies?
I've already decided doing it.
Let's fucking do it. Let's fucking go. We're gonna raid it, even though he's probably gonna wrap up in a few minutes. But that's perfect. What's better than a raid that you don't have to feel that you have to stay for because it's about to end? Hey!
Love you, Cliff. Love you lots.
If you haven't followed Cliff at N64 Live Podcast, definitely do. He's a cool guy.
Folks, thank you so much for tuning in then. We'll be back next week. Until then, take care, and we'll be here Friday night, 7 p.m. UK. Until then, take care. Bye.
Bye.
The button's not working. The button's not working. Hang on. Yeah, here we go. Got it. Bye.